throw gang. We are joined by the John Malkovich of making the real switch. He a real 35 millimeter high caliber shooter, so slate the sticks. He's got mags and clips. Woo! Call him Sid Smashburn the way he's crushing the box offices next. Morehouse stayed, GQ raised, Hollywood paid, dropping thrillers like MJ. The Black Stanley Kubrick, you wax stands chew dicks. Real eaters stay feasting on his mag nom 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 opus. Yo! Mix the opus with the hocus pocus. Now that's movie magic. Don't be surprised when he makes your bitch disappear. He must be Drake the way he's fucking with A24. Oh. He must be Alec Baldwin the way he's killing it on set. Circumvented the circumstances. Now we're yelling, cut! No circumcision. The only Mark Anthony that matters, he's our Roman Empire. Motherfucker, rip a ticket because this brother's fucking sick with it.
Whoa, hard A on the brother.
Mr. Glam Boying himself, Don Diva, the Velvet Collar, the Wizard of Wiggle. He's back, my babies. Writer and director of the new movie Opus, coming to a theater near you this weekend. Mark Anthony Green. Mag, how the hell are ya? I don't normally do these.
Do you miss
I know.
Do you miss us?
I do.
What up, dog?
I really do.
We miss you. Welcome back to New York.
Yeah, it feels good to be back.
Yeah.
Holy shit, it feels good to be in New York.
How often are you going back and forth?
I took like 2 years off.
Damn.
Okay.
I didn't come to New York for a minute.
Intentionally, or was that just like you were buried in the work?
I was buried in the work, editing, shooting, that whole thing. But
Oh, that little thing.
no, but I'm just saying, like I was buried in the work, but also me in New York, we just needed to take a little break.
We're so happy to have you back, bro.
I feel
in the city, on the show.
In the cut.
Yeah,
What's like the first thing you do when you make it back? Besides call the homies, because I know that you're with the Hearts a few nights ago.
Yeah, I was. I love the homies. I usually see Will.
Big bro.
I usually see Will, and then he's usually the first person I see and the last person I see.
Wow, beautiful.
I don't know that I have like a usual. I mean, there's places that I always eat. I always end up at like Jack's wife Frida because I don't know where else to eat in.
Because you're a basic white bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
With the palate of a 22-year-old woman.
I have
palate of
I definitely have the
of
food
A24.
palate, a basic food palate for sure.
What's the order at Jack's wife Frida?
The chicken, peri chicken, sauteed spinach, and a ginger beer.
All right, well, that sounds delicious.
This is the dumbest.
I believe it's Mag Num 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 Opus.
yeah. We're starting off. We're starting off on the bottom, fellas.
Going hard with Opus, no Magnum.
See, you can't let
the first
it go.
thing. The first thing we're going to do before we get into the meat and potatoes of the podcast, Mag, is we're going to do a fit check. You're going to run us through everything you're wearing, top to bottom, bottom to top, middle out. Your choice.
Run it.
There's a lot to go over here.
Middle out. I rewatched that the other day.
Silicon Valley.
Yeah.
I weirdly rewatched it too, like the first few episodes.
I think it holds up.
Yeah,
it's
definitely prescient of like the times we're in.
Yeah.
They called their own shot with 100%.
100%.
Can we start with this fucking fire jacket?
Yeah, that's a jacket that we made at Sundance, which was cool. Sundance was really cool. My whole family.
Is it exactly like the documentary Entourage? So did you have a threesome with your boy?
No, but I would be Vinny in this situation.
You're Vinny Chase.
If
He's humble, ladies and gentlemen.
If you were doing the 1-to-1,
yeah, no, of course. I mean, it's your movie,
and you would be Turtle, and he would be Johnny.
I would be John Drama.
Yeah.
That's honestly that's fair, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, because we'd have a threesome.
So you guys would be the ones having.
You wouldn't be Billy, the
crossing swords.
The indie darling director. That's like
I'm not that cool.
You don't have a shirt that says "fuck suits."
Yeah. Like I don't.
He is the suit, dude.
Yeah,
Look at this guy. We're tied to a podcast.
Exactly.
Real talk.
This is a podcast.
Yeah. Did you start a movie? Did you do the movie just so you could make set specific, crew specific merch?
No, but I made entirely too much.
Really?
Well, you got extras? Because I got an eBay account, bro.
Yeah. No, there was always like something for the crew or like I just was like, oh yeah, this was a lot.
Yeah.
But I think it's fun.
When Mag eats, everyone eats.
Yeah.
What'd you make besides this wonderful fucking puffer?
Man, we did this super, super dope thing with ACG. Where they fitted out everybody and we went on a hike, the whole crew, which is like the illest thing ever.
All cinema gear.
Yeah.
Levi's made us trucker jackets.
What?
Fire.
Bro, you made a whole wardrobe, a capsule collection.
Yeah, truly.
That's it.
We did a sneaker with ACG.
What, bro? You gotta wait. You have a signature Opus sneaker,
We
the
do.
Moretti threes.
the Moretti ones, but yes.
What silhouette is it?
It's the boot, the hiking boot.
Yeah,
Tory?
like the Terramax or something.
No, I think it's TOOTRRE.
They always have like weird fucking names and shit.
Torre.
Yeah, it's usually like a mountain or like a
Or like a Kia car.
yeah.
Yeah, the
it's-
ACG Sorrento.
I'm from Kansas City. I haven't been to any of those places.
What was Opus-ified about it?
The sneaker.
It says this film is not camp on it, and I did the colors and the fabrics, and it says Opus on the back. The laces are also like pink and
Oh,
Moretti-fied.
if someone leaves Opus and they're like, "I loved it. It was camp," they missed the point.
No, I think that's cool. For me, it was like a rule. I didn't want us to go into it having the safety net of it being campy.
That's like an excuse, kind of.
It felt like there are amazing campy films.
Mhm.
Like a recent one, I thought The Substance was
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh, dude, they ham
Genuine.
it up.
yeah, but like I think that movie's 10 out of 10, no notes. It's incredible to me.
But that's not what you were trying to do.
You were trying to respect the balance.
I was trying to think it out. In production,
Mm.
I wanted John, Io, Murray, everyone to I wanted it to feel real. I wanted them to bring like
Tony Hale was a bit campy.
I mean,
I-
my babies.
Now, like
in the editing room.
in the perception, the way you receive it.
Right.
But if we started that way, I think it would have gone off the rails.
Gotcha.
That's totally fair.
So the approach immediately at the outset was, "This is not camp," because we don't want to.
That was one
be
of
safe.
the
We want to
like
be safe.
200 mantras. Yeah.
We're making a
shit.
serious film for
Not that,
serious
I just-
cinephiles.
I think
for certified cinephiles. It's cool. We can move on. What else?
I came here. Like I'm here on my own.
Oh, come on, dude.
volition.
We're having fun.
The
The
A24,
most fun.
A24 is about to clear their PR team out. Okay, so we
Yo,
got the.
I have missed y'all.
We missed you.
Yeah. I'm
We-
glad to see
We
y'all
are here at
thriving.
9 a.m. on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
If I told you that this is the earliest we've ever like allowed someone to come into our sanctuary, would you
Yeah.
be surprised? We don't pod before 2 p.m.
I could see that.
Yeah. But for you, we'll do
I
it.
could see that.
For you, Mag, the world.
We've known each other for so long.
Yeah.
It's true.
And it's
You
crazy to see how far you've come. Let's get through this fit check so we can get to the meat and potatoes. Boots.
Let's talk about my outfit because that's what's important.
Yeah, well, you can just rattle off everything. You look great today,
I have
as
on
always.
Celine boots,
Ooh.
501 jeans, as I wear almost every day of my life. Sid Mashburn shirt, old polo tie, Lemaire.
The deep V.
Yeah, deep. I like my V to touch my navel.
Yeah.
We need more navel V's.
James Cameron designed that fucking V-neck.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
Shit is
The
fun.
submarine.
V-neck on the navel.
Yeah.
That's a Drake line.
That- yeah, it is.
Put the V in navel.
yeah.
What about the
exactly.
jewels and the watch?
Oh, Cartier from my birth year.
Ooh,
Some
boy.
bracelets. Cartier ring.
Because he loves
Lotion.
himself. Love ring for him. You married the game.
I definitely, something like that.
What happened to used to have like rings on every finger like MJ? Is that kind of like a
that was outrageous? I look back.
There's a great photo in
I
GQ
look
style.
back. Yeah, I look back at a lot of my old fits and I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck was I doing? But
Really?
I look back at a lot of y'all's old fits and I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I wasn't that
But you
bad.
haven't, I wouldn't say you haven't, this is a compliment. You're consistent. I feel like you haven't changed as much as like maybe me. I won't
Yeah.
put that on him.
Yeah.
No. Please don't.
Well, yeah, you went through like a black phase.
Oh.
And so I'm already black.
Some would say
so
I'm
I
still in
didn't-
it.
Yeah. Larry Eilish. Alex Consani's voice is just Lawrence's fits.
No.
What's These are all people he'd like to work with one day.
She's tight. She's tight.
You give her the pass?
That black scent's a bit
Okay,
wild.
let me
Is
say
she from New
something.
York?
Let me say something very important. Real important disclaimer. I've been under a rock.
Okay.
So if somebody has done something that has crossed a line,
Right.
I probably don't know about it.
When you emerge,
Y'all included.
Yeah, dude. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah,
you're
yeah.
here.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like
You
I
shouldn't
don't
be here.
I don't know what's been going on.
you shouldn't be here.
Yeah. Like
you done fucked
yeah.
up, Mag.
When you emerged from your rock, what was like the most jarring? You're like, what the fuck? Baggy jeans?
Nah, it wasn't like, but there were like buildings that had been built.
Architecture.
Yeah, like
cityscapes.
Yeah, 100%. I had a friend that
Elon Musk?
was a close friend who texted me that they had a kid
Oh, shit.
or that they were pregnant, but I was in production and
You're like, I'm the father? Who cares?
no, but I got out of production and was like, man, I haven't talked to this person. I won't say their name in a while, and,
Right.
and wanted to check in on her, and she's married to a homie. And I hit them up, and they just had like a 2-month baby.
Wow.
Damn.
So I'm a shitty friend.
No, you're not. You were working, and also you were under the rock long enough for Skinny Jeans to come back. I don't know if you saw that.
Oh no, are they back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're not keeping
You yourself had a baby that we're talking about. for
Yeah,
the next
Yeah,
4
yeah,
hours.
yeah.
Anyway, let's get into like James said. Let's talk about the baby.
Oh, wait. What about the panties?
Oh, right.
The what?
The
Your,
panties.
your underwear, your drawers.
Oh,
draws.
they're Calvin.
He makes movies in his Calvins, ladies and gentlemen.
I really my dream is to be half naked on the Lafayette billboard.
Yeah?
I like that. You're looking good under the V-neck.
I've been in-
LA's changed you.
Yeah.
He's going on.
physically.
he's
Are you
going
still
on-
jumping rope?
Yeah, that's
Are you still fucking busting ropes too?
this is like Nardwar meets like your worst friend.
Howard Stern.
Yeah, it's the worst.
You're gonna ride a Sibian after this.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, just homies roasting each other, except it's all on camera.
Yeah,
we hope.
yeah.
We're not sure if it's recording.
Yeah, we don't know.
Mark Anthony Green. When
Yeah.
I attended a screening for Opus, thank you by the way for the invite. Very generous of you. You
Thank you.
introed the movie by saying,
James was too busy.
I was too busy. It was 2 p.m. on a Friday. I was working.
I don't want to get into this because I've been getting dragged for taking a work day off to go see a movie that we're
That's
potting
tight.
about.
That's
good.
tight.
When you introed the movie, amongst other things, you mentioned that you clearly still couldn't figure out how to introduce the movie itself. Have you
Yeah.
figured it out?
Yes.
The floor is yours.
Yeah, please.
Opus is a thriller. No, I haven't figured it out. Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like, here's the problem. Let's just go to the. It's more of a like. I spent 6 years making this movie.
Mhm.
Damn.
Grad school,
Yeah, medical school.
medical
right?
school.
I spent 6 years making this film, and whenever I go to introduce it, you're 30 seconds away from people just experiencing it.
Right.
So nothing that you could say you want to say. You just are like, oh, you're
Yeah.
here, you're going to see it. I am immensely grateful for any human being that watches this film
In theaters this weekend.
Yeah.
in theaters this weekend. Please go see this movie.
At this point, when you see it after 6 years, do you see anything new? Does anything like change for you, or are you're so fluent with it front to back that you're just like, hit the fucking tape, let's go?
You know what has been interesting?
Dina Simone.
People, people,
Simone.
people's perception of certain things that I'm saying, things about myself that are in the film. I've watched it now that people like Will have seen it,
Okay.
and I'm like, oh wow, yeah,
This asshole character is based off of you, Will.
no. I can dispel that right now.
Is Stan Sullivan based on any real Conde editor? Or it's just an amalgamation of every editor?
Stan Sullivan is not based on Will Welsh, and he's not based on Jim Nelson.
Okay.
Is he based on Will Welch at the Fader?
No,
Okay.
no. He is not based on those dudes. Also, y'all know, like those dudes, like they wanted me to do whatever I wanted to
They
do.
were the opposite of Stan. They were like,
Yeah.
yo, do this. Like, go dive into the
Yeah.
deep end.
Mhm.
Yeah. For the y'all don't know who Stan Sullivan is, but Murray Barley plays this character. He's an editor. He edits.
He's a dickhead shine blocker.
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
Based on my experience. Not with Will or Jim Nelson. Well, maybe Jim. When
We don't do Jim Nelson.
No.
slander.
What does he do now? He's retired.
Jim Nelson?
Yeah.
He's just living his life. He wrote a play
Wrote a book, right?
and a novel. And
More work for you to adapt.
yeah, I mean, that would be sick. But he's amazing. He's in the Bay,
Yay.
lives with his partner.
Sick.
He
Must be
looks-
nice to be rich.
He's aging in reverse.
Okay.
Mm.
So
Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
truly.
Dick's
Yeah.
getting smaller.
Here's a question for you, Mag. Why'd you make
I was born with an adult hog.
yo. Mag, why'd you make the jump from legacy media editor to movie director instead of the usual career path, which is media editor to influencer?
I'm not that influential.
Shut up.
Bro, you just directed a movie for A24. Give yourself some
You're
credit.
single-handedly keeping Celine alive.
Did you always want to direct movies?
Yes. I always wanted to make movies.
Because you were an artist for a while too. Your pedigree speaks volumes.
Yeah, I don't know about that. But
Editor, artist, and not that a director is an artist, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Visual artist.
I always wanted to make films. The Fifth Element, when I watched The Fifth Element as a kid,
Banger.
it like blew my brain.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to make films. And when I made this short film, I don't know, 8 years ago, which is crazy to say it was 8 years ago.
That's right.
Remember that?
What was that?
It was called Trapeze USA, and it was 5 minutes or something.
That's
that
not
short.
that short.
I know. I'm long-winded, brother.
The star is a friend of the show. What's the homie?
Oh, Rance.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Rance Nix, real legend. Real
stylish
legend.
guy.
Yes, always best dressed in any room he walks in.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I like did that, spent all this money, went into debt over it.
Damn.
And was like, I'm in love with this. This is what I want to do. But then I also give another reason why you get no slander out of Jim Nelson from me, in addition to him just being a great human being. But they always, him and Will both, they let me work on this movie. They let me, like, I would be like, hey, I'm going to go to LA. I didn't lie about what I was doing. I didn't hide what I was doing.
The time theft was okay.
The time theft
Heist of the century.
It was crazy.
So you're shirking your responsibilities at your day job to write a screenplay.
I wouldn't say that I still had to deliver.
Yeah.
But I also got, there was an understanding. Again, Jim Nelson and Will, they've known me since I was 19.
Right.
So I'd be lying if I said that they didn't look at me like a little brother and was like, okay, we know that this is what you want to do.
They want to see you win.
They wanted to see me win, which I think is the mark of a good leader.
Yeah, 100%.
And so I would, as long as my work was done and at a standard that we all had, which I would never not have it be, then, where I wasn't necessarily like in for. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Imagine how much easier the time thieving would have been done if AI existed when you were an editor.
Yeah, how much AI was used in making this movie?
Zero. We use zero AI, partially because I think it's bogus, but also partially because I'm not smart enough to.
Well, I meant you could use AI to like
Crack
do
it.
your GQ assignments.
Could never.
Like 10 sunglasses.
That was
Yeah, I'm
That
sure
was never
AI
my
can spit out a
assignment.
list, bro.
Yeah.
10 sunglasses.
Were you ever slightly shook that developing this movie while on the clock meant that GQ owned the IP?
Ooh.
No, never. It
Okay.
was never like, I never was like in the office making the movie.
Okay.
Don't give Will and Jim any ideas, dude.
That's
Yeah.
a plot line in Silicon Valley.
It is. Yeah, and it's real. Nah,
You had to use your work laptop to write a screenplay. Could be fucked. I'm not a lawyer. But.
I think it's cool that y'all think they gave us work laptops.
Damn,
Wait, do you have a
They
black?
didn't give us work laptops.
You didn't have a chauffeur in a black car?
Yeah, I did not. No.
This was you were in the post.
I
golden
saw
age.
both eras.
Can we start a GoFundMe to get Sam Hine an iPad?
Sam Hahn has everything. He's got the
Yeah, he
keys to the
does.
castle, and he deserves them.
Yeah. He does. Absolutely.
You saw both eras of the glitz and glamour of the
Yes.
Ederati. I don't know if that's the word or not.
Yeah,
With, like,
yeah.
Mortgage loans and private drivers.
Yes.
Do you feel shorted that you like weren't fully in that era? That it kind of
I had
passed you by a little?
I had fallen in love with a different world.
Okay.
So again, I've been making this movie for 6 years.
Right.
So, so no, I never was like, I want to be editor in chief or I want to, but I don't know. I know I'm biased because I love Will, but I think Will makes it look glamorous. I think
That's his
Anna
job, though.
Still makes
Let's
it
be
look
real.
glamorous. Yeah. I think that job still
Chrome heart
looks-
suit will do that.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I don't know. I think it is still an amazing job.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They make it look good to me.
Who's pulled off chrome heart suits in the last 10 years? Will Welch and
Timothy
Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah. He killed it though.
The difference between Will and the rest of you editors is Will makes his shit look good.
Will does make
Which
it
brings
look
me to my next question, Mag. How did being an editor train you for being a director?
Not really.
No, no, there's no crossover skill.
Not that there's no crossover. I just think people think there would be more, and I don't know.
That Venn diagram, it's a sliver in the middle. You're saying?
It's a small
Okay.
It's a small window. But the people that I met, the Wills of the world, they taught me a lot.
Your network is your net worth.
Did you struggle at all with
which is why I
the
don't hang
actual-
out with y'all.
did you struggle at all with like the job skills of a director, like telling people what to do?
Struggle with it? No. But I also no. But I had an amazing crew. I do think that you could get on set and you could have people that just reject you because the way you look, your age, you haven't done it before, whatever. And I had an amazing AD, Todd Amatau, shout out to him, a legend. And my crew in New Mexico, they were fucking incredible. You know, so like there's a little bit of a feeling out period. You can tell people like kind of sizing you up.
Yeah.
But
Show them proof.
if they can tell how serious you are about it.
Right.
It's not like I'm so talented, but like they knew what this meant to me.
They saw the rings.
They didn't see the ring.
MJ Game 6.
Yeah.
Wait, so being a first-time director, did A24 not give you just the fucking B team like replacements, and you had to like you just had a ragtag crew of like rejected folks and wannabes and fading stars that you had to make this movie with?
The A24 doesn't pick your crew.
Okay.
That's not.
I don't know how it
that's
works.
Not, yeah, I could tell.
Yeah.
No.
That's why I'm
So
driving
it's
this
like
episode.
they're like you go and you staff the crew that makes your film. They
Pause.
weigh in on creative decisions. They weigh in on department heads.
Okay.
But they were they're who you want them to be. They're really collaborative. They trust the filmmaker. They also make such avant-garde, weird films that, you know, if you're making Lamb or you're making Uncut Gems, the idea of you like weighing in, the crews are
Right.
going to be so different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Speaking of this amazing support that you got, let's get real. Which industry is more corrupt, legacy media or Hollywood?
Corrupt?
Yeah.
Hollywood.
Really?
How many casting couches have you been on?
Oh my God.
Casting couches?
You're familiar.
He's behind the camera on the casting couch.
You don't have a casting couch. Are you familiar with the casting couch?
I don't know what you're talking
Maybe
about.
we should just move on. I don't want to get this cut from the episode.
That's fine. But wait,
Okay.
tell me what you're saying. I'm
That's sucking and fucking to get a role on a couch.
Oh man, no, brother. What?
Yeah.
No.
Well, so
We barely did
any sucking and fucking. We're familiar with the corrupt mechanisms of the fashion industry, right? Very quid pro quo, very like the the advertiser gets the coverage, et cetera,
you
et
guys
cetera.
mean like metaphorical sucking and fucking.
Sure. Yeah.
Or it's been
Yeah.
literal.
No, we could go metaphorical like that.
But in Hollywood, is it like is a lot of like favor for favor, horse trading, like fucking blackmail, you know, airing dirty laundry, that type of shit, or like what's
compromise?
I think the biggest difference, the reason why you see so many like bad actors, like the phrase, not like performers, but like bad people that have terrible behavior.
Oh, the
is-
metaphors are beautiful.
If you were making like if you're a musician and you're making an album, you go into a studio, but you could do that for very little money.
Mhm.
To make a film, you need millions of dollars.
Sure.
You don't need millions of dollars.
It would be nice.
But like a $2 million movie is a micro budget.
It looks like shit too.
yeah.
Not all of them. Like Sean Baker's pulled off some
Okay, that's
incredible-
fair.
Like it's
Not
possible,
always.
but it is just a very different.
They don't look like Opus, by the way, because
Yeah.
the movie looks like it's worth every penny.
Thank you. Yeah. And we shot it in 19 days. We did not have a ton of
Really?
money.
Holy
Yeah.
shit,
And
dude.
you had time for a hike?
And we had time for a hike. Look at that. Shout
Yeah,
out
that's
to
like
ACG.
half of the time that they gave what's his name, Corbet for The Brutalist, dude. Because he did that shit in like 30.
Yeah. But you know, I think it's all you get what you get. But again, that's why I go back to my crew being like, y'all are brilliant.
So when you introduce a shitload of money into the process, that's when things get
think
weird.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then you're like all of these people that are in the way, right? Be they execs, be them financiers, be
the
it
fucking suits.
Yeah.
yeah, whatever. There's so many people because it's such a collaborative art form.
Mhm.
And I think that power dynamic is it's the most exploitative
Sure.
in Hollywood.
Yeah.
At least that's been my POV.
Is it also like where there's so much money sloshing around, everyone wants to fucking stick their hand in the little
You
pie?
get a little
and
taste.
it takes forever, so that gives people more time. And I will say this: I had the most charmed experience. It was the hardest thing I've ever done making this film. Every film, everything can go wrong, goes wrong, all the things. But I worked with so many amazing people that I don't know.
It takes a village, right?
It takes, yeah. It
Takes a cult.
everything. Yeah. It takes a cult.
Speaking of this being the hardest thing you've ever done, what would you say, just personally, right, is more stressful? Trying to get the film made, making the actual film, or now seeing how it's going to be received, which is obviously outside of your control?
Oh,
Not the third one.
Really? You're just happy that you birthed it.
No, it's not that. I care for sure, but my priority is in the making of the film. My priority is like
So that was the most stressful on set, getting this done in 19 days.
stress. Yeah, I guess stress would you equate that to like what do you care the most about?
Yeah.
So then yes,
What-
production.
was there a moment? Was there like a specific thing, like whether it's without giving anything away, like maybe like a stunt or like a moment of action where you were like, fuck, this is like truly where shit could go left?
Go left, yes. so many times. Like there was one moment. I don't know if this is where things like a lot of the go left moments you kind of put out of your memory because they didn't.
That sounds healthy.
PTSD.
Yeah, or it's my job when the thing does go left to fix it.
Right.
So, but there were magical moments on set. One of them, so there's a scene in the film that y'all have seen where John's character, he has this kind of call and response.
Mm-hmm. It's so good.
And so John's incredible in this movie. So we're in this space for 2 days. And in order to shoot in this space, the compromise I had to make was now we have to do like a bunch of other shit in this space.
Mhm.
And the days were entirely too packed. Sorry if this is nerdy.
No, that's what we want to hear.
So we get to like, the average day is 12 hours. You go over every minute you go over it's like you're bleeding money and everybody's freaking out and you're not going to be able to do this thing. And so we went over by a couple hours the day before.
Uh-oh.
I stay up the entire night. I redo, my shot list. I simplify a bunch of shit. I make some things more complicated, but they'll take less time. I'm like sending all these notes so everybody wakes up to.
Mhm.
And so I show up on set. Everyone shows up on set and we're like fucking warriors, right? I get there an hour early because I couldn't sleep. So I would just get there an hour earlier than I usually get there. And so we're in it. And the day for the first 10 hours, flawless.
Wow.
Even the fucking crafty was flawless. Like no one, well-oiled machine.
Mhm. Yeah.
Everybody's on their game. We know we can't come back to this place. And so we're fighting for our lives. And it's like literally scheduled minute to minute.
Damn.
Like the day, like a 14-hour day, and it's scheduled in like 7-minute increments.
That's crazy.
Which is nuts, right?
Brutal.
With all these people, all these moving parts. Anyway, so John comes up to me and he had been the best collaborator, like thoughtful, so directable and amazing, just a gentleman, right?
Mhm.
And so he starts telling me the story about his granddaughter. And he's like, my granddaughter, she's such a faker. And, she falls on the floor and we kind of fight like cats and dogs. And she throws these temper tantrums. And I love him to death. That's my man. I'd get a tattoo of his face on my body. But I'm like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Wrap it the fuck up,
And
John.
I have no time
Yeah.
to catch up. Like maybe he thinks I'm like stressed out
Maybe.
right now. And he's like trying to make me feel
Sure.
better. But I'm like, I was 4 seconds away from putting my hand on his shoulder and being like, I
Shut
love
the
you.
fuck
Yeah,
up.
like I love you. But I cannot have this conversation
Yeah.
right now. And then he says, oh, and I think I'm gonna do that. And I was like, oh shit, he's talking about the scene. Wait a minute. Lock it. Okay. What? And so he's like, yeah, my granddaughter, she's a big freak. And so you guys will see it when you see the film, but like, I didn't know what he was gonna do. I went to my DP. I was like, let's put, let's change it. Let's put the camera on the floor because he's talking about
Right.
rolling around on the floor. And then let's just make one really, really wide because
Yeah.
I don't know what he's about to do. And then he comes in and he's crying and he does this whole thing. And I don't know, like that felt those moments. You see everybody in the crew and everyone's working, but then lightning in a bottle kind of happens.
Yeah.
Divine intervention. whatever.
Malky go riff.
Yeah. And everybody, and you see people that do this for a living that have worked with all these talented actors, and you see them like, oh shit.
So they
And
knew. They knew what was about to happen,
No. While it was happening,
but like they felt the tingle in the air. Like this is special.
they knew because I came in and I was like, I changed everything at the very last second.
Yeah.
Right.
And I took the time to change it.
Right. But
So
then you're like,
they're
guys, I
like-
don't know what the fuck Malkovich is about to do.
Literally,
Malkovich going to Malkovich, dude.
those might have been my words. I was like, I don't know.
To get the white child, know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Like literally, it's the visual Hail Mary of
Yeah.
like, you know.
How much did Malkovich bring to the Moretti character?
So much. I mean, when crafting a character, it starts on a page.
Yeah.
But then even the thing on the page, once you commit to an actor, that changes, right? Like
Right.
it's different if Brad Pitt is John Malkovich, or
Yeah.
or if Jamie Foxx is John Malkovich.
Did you write
right?
the role for John?
I had a very, very short list of names.
Could
Like,
you say who else is on the short list, or does that kind of ruin the experience for someone who hasn't seen the movie? If they're just imagining Brad Pitt.
Well, I'll say one
Is Alfred
name.
Moretti?
I'll say one name
Please.
that I think would have been sick, and he's no longer with us, but it would have been Robin Williams.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah.
I love.
R.I.P. to the god.
Yeah. Sometimes when I was writing, I would picture
Great
if Robin
compromise.
Williams-
Thank you for that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I'm here. I'm here to pod, brother. I'm not gonna let you down.
Thanks, brother.
You didn't have to say it like that.
Hard A.
You didn't have. Yeah.
Damn, I thought he was
You
saying-
didn't
okay,
have to
all right.
say it like that. You know what I mean? I welcomed you, but you didn't. So
Habitual
yes.
line stepper.
Yeah, habitual line stepper. Yeah, I don't know. I like it. That's one of those things that they tell you. I didn't go to film school, but like they tell you on websites and shit. Like picture
Screen ready for dummies.
Were you
quite literally
Were you YouTubing like how to make a movie?
all the time.
Fire.
That's
Not
awesome.
how to make a movie, but like I definitely learned the expectations of
Right.
what a screenplay looked like, and I learned, there were parts of Opus where technical things like with the camera
Right.
that I'm like, I don't even know if it can do this, and
Right.
I would Google it on my phone.
Yeah.
Sure.
How to do the Matrix 360 thing.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
Can we get bold time up with this?
it's
bitch?
somewhere in the middle
Yeah.
of your joke and the thing. It's
Yeah.
like you're like, cool, somebody,
Hey Siri.
yeah, quite literally.
But with Malkovich, obviously, like for people that see, like he fucking kills it.
Mhm.
What was the process like of getting him on board with this project? Was it
was-
immediate yes, or was it like
or even Juliette Lewis?
No, it was cool. It was like, John, we had a funny exchange where I wrote the script. They sent him the script. He said he liked it. And then I had to go meet him.
Mhm.
And we had a really good meeting at his crib. And that was like totally great. And he was like, I want to do this with you. And
Shit.
I was like, I like you. He's like, I like you. And we
Hey, yo.
and we agreed to do it. But then as a couple months went by and I needed to make sure that John knew how serious I was.
Okay.
Because as a first time filmmaker, a thing that you'll feel is like you're such an unproven entity.
Mhm.
The definition of.
Literally.
Mhm.
And so people, they sometimes they'll show up and they'll be like, cool, I'm gonna do just enough, or I'm gonna do this thing that I really want to do, and it just doesn't work like that. Like I needed everybody from John to whoever.
Mhm.
We all had to be on the same page, and the page is, what I wrote. And so I call his agent, who I love. Shout out to Brent Morley. And I was like, hey, where I need to sit down with John, tell me where he's at, and I'll fly to him, and but I want to sit down with him. And we had been talking about the character, but I was like, I gotta look him in the face and be like, yo, I'm dead serious with him.
Dead
So he
ass
co-
B.
I'm not
Yeah.
fucking around, bro.
Yeah.
Dead ass J.
So he calls me back, his agent, and he's laughing. He's like, John is in Riga, Latvia. And
Doing
if,
what?
if you want to go, he said you can go, but he'll be back in a couple months. Or yeah, it was like back in a month. And I was like, no, I'm gonna go. I'll meet him in Riga. Now, I don't know how much you know about Riga.
Nothing.
So
I know nothing about Latvia.
yeah, me neither, brother.
It's where Dr. Doom is from. Victor Von Doom.
Like maybe, I don't know.
I'm serious.
Oh, is it really?
Pretty sure, yeah.
R.I.P. Doom.
I forget y'all are nerds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all are
That's why we're
nerds
good
in
at what we do.
expensive clothes. It's tight.
We are.
Yeah. So I go to Latvia. Now, when I go, the war in the Ukraine and Russia,
Oh.
it's raging on.
Yeah.
And Latvia used to belong to Russia.
Eastern Bloc shit.
And so a lot of Russian like refugee, like people that they're in Latvia.
Yeah.
And there was a warning that something could happen in Latvia as I'm on my way to Latvia.
Damn.
My flight from London to Riga, I was the only person on the plane.
Are you serious?
I bullshit you
I
not.
thought you were going to say you're the only black person on the plane. You're the only person
I
on the
was
plane.
the only person on the plane.
There's never been you're the first black man in Latvia. You're the Neil Armstrong of black guys in Latvia.
The way they were looking
Besides
at me,
Hoopers.
they were definitely like, "What's up
Yeah.
with you?"
They thought you were a Euro hooper.
Yeah.
They were like, you look American, you
Yeah.
dressed American.
Is this guy in Drain Gang?
Yeah, like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Y'all need who raised y'all? Anyway, so I go there, I sit down with him, and he thought it was funny that I was there. And he was like, "Why are you here?"
And impressed, I would imagine, right?
I think by the end of it, but at first he just was like, what's going on?" And I was like, "I need you to know that this isn't a B movie, and
Yeah.
I need you to fucking bring it."
Yeah.
And then he laughed. He ordered a bottle of wine, and he didn't know I didn't drink. And
Oh, this is just for me anyway.
yeah, exactly. And we hung out that whole night. And
Sick.
Talked about film and basketball. He loves basketball.
Oh, shit.
Real
And,
hooper.
music and all these things. And I had a few songs that I had worked on with Dream and Nile, but they turned out to not be the songs. But I had a few, so we listened to that, and then he was directing a play in Latvian.
Oh,
Wow.
yes.
Doesn't
As-
speak Latvian.
as one does.
He also was wearing an eye patch.
What?
Does he have one eye?
He had eye surgery,
Okay.
and so in the eye that wasn't covered, he only has 20% vision in it.
Jesus.
This is how cool this man is.
Yeah.
So I show
Most
up
interesting
in
man
this,
in the world.
Yeah, literally. So I show up in his place, and he's got an eye patch on. He only has 10% of his total vision. I know you're
Yeah.
bad at math.
Mhm.
He somehow still has the vision.
Yeah. He's directing a play in a language he doesn't speak. And so I push my flight because I'm like, I have to see him
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
go to rehearsal.
See him cook.
I have to, whatever this is going to
You're
look
like taking notes. He's directing. You're like, I'm a director.
Yeah. And I just, I'm like, how are you going to even have an opinion, let alone, and I swear to you, he was directing and making the play better.
He was locked in.
He just, I think, one thing I learned that day is just how emotional the craft is.
Yeah.
I think that he was there and what he was reacting to was just pure emotion.
Mm.
In at least in the rehearsal that I went to.
That's incredible.
And I thought that was the coolest thing in the world. He really is
The fucking man.
He's more interesting than I could have ever thought he was.
Yeah, speaking of most interesting men in Malkovich, Alfred Moretti is like the kinetic energy center of this film. Is he like when you're writing this role, is it like, or this character rather, is it an amalgamation of like obvious legends like MJ or Prince or Elvis, or is it like grounded in the reality of the celebrities that you've profiled in the past, or a combination?
I'm sure that it's a combination. I really thought like I'm surprised at how much of like my experience in my POV, I thought I was kind of masking a little bit, and I
mean, a character in the movie is a writer at a magazine.
Yeah, but then I
A
was
person
like,
of color,
but it's
a young person of color,
person of color.
POC.
Yeah,
Whoa.
yeah.
Is that not the term?
Well, yeah, you can say black woman.
Color.
Oh, sure.
Color
Okay.
with
You
an
can say
R.
black. You say
With a hard
you-
R?
wait,
Damn.
like you
Yo,
say it.
cut me
You
some
say
fucking
it
slack.
when it's wrong, and then when you can say it, you're like,
I can't catch a fucking break. Today.
well, yeah, you,
A young
you're
black
fine.
writer at a magazine.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
thought you were masking?
Well, but that experience is not my experience at all. That was
not even right because you were. So
You were never.
lucky.
You were never taking notes.
I was never like when I got to GQ.
You never dated an Asian.
Shout out Young Man Zeno.
Shout out to Young
Man
Zeno.
Zeno.
Yeah.
The God.
Shout out to Young Man Zeno.
Great cast. Great like side kind of like not Easter eggs, but like small roles. Loved it.
Yeah,
Supporting roles,
Sidney
yeah.
Lumet. No such thing as a small role.
Ooh,
Yeah.
bars.
Just small actors, I think is what he said.
And
Whoa.
did like when you thought that you mastered, but then when Will, like people that know you see it and like, "Pff, bro, come on.
It's less in that. It's more in like certain mannerisms,
Okay.
like a certain speech patterns, but for all the characters, things like that. Where it's cool for people that know you super well to see that.
Yeah.
And to be like, wow, that really feels like it's from you. It's
And
cool.
so did Moretti, did the character Moretti, were you injecting like celebrity osmosis mannerisms and stuff onto this character?
There were certain people that I definitely have spent time around that I would like use as a reference for John.
Like megalomaniacs.
I wouldn't say megalomaniacs because they're people that I admire so much, like Tom Ford.
Is he
Okay.
just okay?
Oh shit.
Like I know he's not a musician, but
Mhm.
like Tom Ford to me.
Love's head.
What?
Yeah, bro. In the last interview he did with Will Welch, he talks about, I think, a lot of sucking and getting sucked off.
Slop.
That's one of the things I must have missed while
Yeah.
I was.
I know Moretti likes getting slopped up for
Yeah.
show. He dated Sidney
Now,
Crawford.
why
Spoiler alert.
why the for sure like that? Why did you? Like, I'm just trying. Like, what was the what was that?
That's how I talk, dude.
That is not, brother. Where are you from?
New Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm not getting interviewed here, dude.
City. Brick City.
That's how I talk is crazy.
Yo, chill, bro.
Yeah, no,
We're having fun, man.
yeah, I'm having a ball.
This is a loose show.
That's my kind
How
of
much
fun.
Kanye was in Moretti?
None.
Thank God.
None.
Trick question.
Tough
Correct
question.
answer.
Man, I
Stuck
hope
the landing.
Kanye gets
Mental
the
help.
support. Yeah, I hope he gets the help he needs.
Hope he gets logged off.
I'm so scared.
Deplatformed.
I'm so scared we're gonna like see that one day, and he's
this only ends in tragedy.
Doug. It feels like that's where
unaliving.
we're headed. It's
Yeah.
the reason why like I try like
Yeah, it's sad.
it's intense right now, and everything is funny, and I get it. I just am like it looks
Funny
like
how.
Is it funny?
Funny how?
It's sad.
Funny
as
like a clown,
fuck,
I'm
dude.
saying, yeah, it's just that's how I feel. I'm like
Right.
this feels like we are headed towards just the worst ending.
And that's our Kanye allotment. Let's talk about other musical goats, Mag.
Yeah.
You mentioned Nile Rodgers and The
Yeah.
Dream, who did the original music on this film. How the fuck do you pull that off?
We had no money to do it,
Right.
so they had to want to do it for creative reasons, which was cool.
Those friends,
No,
colleagues.
no,
peers?
I had known Dream a little bit.
Mhm.
Like I didn't have his number,
Okay.
but if we saw each other somewhere, we'd be like, "Oh yeah, we've met
Yeah.
and we
That's
know
cool.
each other."
You got Shiv's number.
Yes. Wow. Shout out to Shiv.
Shout out Shiv.
Shiv,
A
let me
fellow
just-
goat.
Like
Mhm.
there are the people that make the things happen,
The man behind the man.
and they never get the shout out and the shine.
That's what we
Shiv,
do.
Not here.
You are a legend.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything, brother.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I met the both of them in Miami, and I'd sent them the script. One of our executive producers, Sarah Newkirk, who I met through Will Welsh. She knows everybody in music and is fearless and has great taste. And I really wanted Nile and Dream to do this. Like I kind of approached the Moretti songs. You know that Michael Jackson album Invincible?
Mhm.
Like that album isn't that good.
No, it's ridiculous, honestly.
It's ridiculous,
Yeah.
right? And so, but there's like 3 good songs on it. Like Butterflies, Invincible, You Rock My World.
Yeah.
Like but it was really a genius trying to modernize
Mhm.
his sound.
Emphasis on trying.
Yeah, I don't think the album is successful,
No.
but to me, it's like, cool, I want to succeed where MJ failed.
Mhm.
So this needs,
Yo, that's hubris, dude.
yeah. I mean,
Strive for greatness.
Mhm.
I think it's whack if you're like scared to say that you tried
Talk
to do
your shit.
something
I'm with
ambitious.
it.
I'm not saying that I made a better album. We made a better album than Michael
Yo,
Jackson.
honestly,
I'm not
maybe.
saying that. I'm saying that I'm in front of the world. I'm cool to say that was the task that I gave Nile
Right.
Rodgers and The Dream and John Malkovich. And I would argue that Nile and Dream, you could easily make the argument that those are 2 of the best, most successful
yes.
music producers in human history.
Songwriters, producers, yeah.
Nile,
absolutely.
Nile made Like a Version and Let's Dance and
He's on Random Access Memories.
he's on 4 of the best songs on that out. Like
Yeah.
that human being
Mhm.
is one of the greatest.
He got
Dream.
lucky,
You feel me?
but he's actually very talented.
He's the
I don't wanna make a
he's
bad
a
point.
true goat, and Dream is a true goat.
Mhm.
Umbrella, Single Ladies.
Yeah.
Like I don't, to me it was like, oh, if I'm working with them, then I can give them such a difficult marker to hit, and they, to their credit and to I have such deep appreciation for that, they let me push them. They let me, with like giving them zero money,
Yeah.
and they're working with Beyonce at the same time.
Wow.
Making songs that won Grammys. And
Yes.
shit.
Album of the year.
And they're letting me be super picky and be the thing, and we're arguing over it at 4 a.m, 5 a.m, and doing the work. And they didn't like lil bro me. They
Right.
didn't say, "Oh, you have to take this because whatever."
Nile fucking Rogers.
Yeah. They
the
did.
fucking dream.
They never did it. They never did that. They always stepped into it as if they were getting a big check or I was a big name.
So what kind of input do you get then as a director? Are you in the stew, like cooking up with the fellas? Like,
yeah,
awesome.
it was the best.
Make a
Also,
wish shit.
to watch like Dream make 12 songs in 20 minutes
Wow.
is insane. To
Wait.
watch him go to multiple studios and work on multiple
We're like, bro, I'm not
songs.
paying by the hour.
Yeah.
Brother, we were
We're not paying you at all.
we were like, brother, again, I can't even tell y'all some of the financing on the studio time and everything.
Oh, I'm sure you were
Kind of
fucking robbing
Getting creative with the
Peter, robbing
accounting.
Peter to pay Saul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's a Hollywood joke.
I don't know what he's saying.
With
what he's talking
That was
about.
James talking.
you mentioned that
Opus in theaters month.
you mentioned that you went to Latvia, the only person flying there in an active,
Yeah.
potentially active war zone,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and you already had music. Was getting the music done on spec that wasn't, make the final cut after locking in the screenplay and the script? Was that the next creative step in the process? And was that kind of like people have reference boards and moods and shit, but like was the music the reference board?
No. Well, that was the thing. The tough thing with the music is it was the first thing I wanted John to do.
Okay.
I wanted the very first thing he did as Moretti was to go into the studio and us record the songs.
Oh, hell yeah.
first.
Getting that
Which-
mindset.
Logistically is problematic for a few reasons. One, I don't have John's time yet.
Right.
So you have production and it's if it's June 1st to June 19th, right?
Juneteenth.
I expect that from him.
Unnecessary. Honestly,
I expect more from
honestly,
you.
you know what? Unnecessary.
No,
I expect, yeah, thank you.
Unnecessary.
I expect more from you.
We
Yeah,
should
come on,
recognize it. We should speak it as if it's the 4th of July.
As a POC, we
And
expect more from you.
And how do you celebrate Juneteenth?
I
Celebrate.
How do you recognize Juneteenth?
Fireworks, hot dogs.
yeah.
U.S.
I go to the beach.
So you don't have John's time yet.
So you're putting John in the stew on. They're making you work on Juneteenth. What the fuck is that about?
I picked a random date. We shot in the winter.
Move on.
Good grief. So you have to do that before you have his time.
Before he's locked.
You also have to open up your film budget
Okay.
because
Right.
you got to pay for the studio time.
Right.
You
Mhm.
got to get him there,
Fucking
whatever.
unions. Ugh.
Not a second has been shot, and you're opening up the wallet.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
so most studios, films are so flimsy. They're like sandcastles,
Yeah.
right? And they fall apart every day, like
Yeah.
every single day. And every studio, the good ones, the bad ones, whatever, whoever's financing your film, they want to protect against spending a bunch of money and then you don't come back with a movie.
Right.
So, there was a level of trust that A24 had to have in me to let us go and to do that. And they did, which I think was one of the, like, showing up in New Mexico with the songs
Right.
done.
Right.
And John embodying that, having to go into the studio, he put on some boots of mine and like be that guy. That
What
was,
what
like,
boots?
Some Saint Laurent, some Eddie era Saint Laurent, but the really big,
Yeah, yeah.
you know the ones. So that was like really, really a special moment for me. Also, like the Venn diagram of my interest, like that sliver is Nile Rodgers, Dream, John Malkovich.
That's
you know what I
awesome.
mean? Like that felt very personal
You made it happen.
Yeah.
to me. In the universe, I had great help.
Is Dina Simone about to be the song of the summer or song of the spring? Shit slaps.
I
dude.
think 35 millimeter is going to be the song
Yeah,
of the
that's the one for
summer.
you.
Yes, that's the one for me.
Because
Because Dina Simone is like it's like a 90s joint. I love that song.
Karaoke joint as
Yeah, it's a yeah.
You might see.
Wow, you're really locked in, and I love.
I've seen
you
it
for
twice.
Yeah, locked.
I'm doing my job
You know,
and supporting a friend and a person of color.
the soundtrack is gonna. Do you get royalties on the stream?
Yeah, how does that work?
do I get royalties on the stream? I don't know.
Are you a co-writer on the music?
On some of the songs?
Fuck yeah,
Oh
dude.
hell yeah!
That's so
on
sick.
your publishing.
Well, then there's like there's like scoring songs.
Right,
in
right,
there.
right.
Yeah, I'm in like ASCAP.
Pause. What?
Yo.
Stop trying to make IO happen.
Yeah.
No, it's my
Oh,
show.
he's doing.
You know, you just got it.
I did
51
not.
minutes
I
later.
did not know that was the terrible.
That's the
joke
Jersey
you were
accent.
doing. Yeah,
Yeah, that's my terrible
I
joke.
talk like this. I'm from New Jersey. I had no clue you were trying to.
Ayo,
you were
Ayo.
summoning my goat.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Goat.
let's talk about Io, right?
Yeah.
Is that someone? So that's a friend.
Yes. Yeah.
And what is it like approaching a friend as someone who you guys are friends, but you're unproven in this arena where she is quickly becoming the rising star?
Yeah.
Deservedly so. What's that pitch to the homie to be like, I want you in this role?
Io's an artist, man. Like, I think her approach, if you look at the projects that she does, you look at I think the stuff that she's gonna direct, I feel like this statement will be true in the future. I think that she just works on things that she gravitates towards, and whether it's Luca or whoever, I think that it's just about the material.
Mm.
So to me, it's like if they respond to the script, great. If they don't, then
What's the contingency plan for rejection?
I didn't have.
You're not invited to my birthday party anymore. IO.
My Juneteenth party, my Juneteenth barbecue.
Okay. All right.
Why does she? Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a
Gentlemen.
fashion question?
Yes.
Why does she? How does she do menswear better than most dudes?
Io's the GOAT.
Yeah.
I think that's
Factually.
that's like light work for her.
Is it the confidence? Is it just like the just so happy to be here, the gratefulness, the joy?
Aura.
No, I think she's beautiful and she carries it in a way that, like, first of all, most menswear dudes are like y'all. So if y'all are her competition,
Nerds in expensive clothes. I
yeah,
believe you said.
that's exactly
Someone
what I'm
once
saying.
said.
Yeah, someone once said. So that's like a layup for her. Sorry, gentlemen. And
fair.
then it's just fair. But then shout out to Danielle Goldberg. Like, I think what those two are doing as just a human being that loves clothes, like
Mhm.
they're on a fucking tear.
Yeah.
But yeah, Io, she makes everything look cool.
Very easy too.
Yeah, she's
Very like.
because I think it's genuine to
Yeah.
her. It's
Yeah.
not. She's
Do you guys nerd out over clothes? The two of you?
never.
Oh, are clothes just like in your rearview mirror now?
Nah, I just don't know what's going on.
Okay, not much.
Because you're under
to be
that
honest.
rock, getting a fucking film done.
Well, that and then, I'm working on the next film.
Ooh.
And
Okay, we'll talk about it.
yeah, I don't like. It's one of those things. Like I knew where every designer was and all the rumors and
Right.
all the things, and now I don't know.
When you remove yourself from that, and sorry if I'm skipping ahead here, Lawrence,
No,
I know
it's
you're
fine.
driving, but when you remove yourself from that, and then like you kind of turn back and you're like, oh, okay, does it feel like trivial or silly?
No.
Where it's like the musical chair, oh, the high school rumor mill.
Absolutely not. No, it's just a different arena.
Yeah.
But I love, bro. Part of the reason I'm so happy to be back in New York is like walking through Soho. I feel
Yeah.
like a kid again.
Mm.
No, nothing on the planet. There's nothing in LA. LA has been so kind to me.
Thank you. It's a different arena, like you said, but you're still a
Yeah.
motherfucking gladiator. Let's talk about the fashion in the movie.
Yes.
Right. So you're a fashion guy, and it shouldn't shock anyone to know that there's like, and we talked about this a bit.
Yeah.
Some of these and I don't know if they're like intentional. Or we can ask you, but there's like these fun little Easter eggs of the sartorial variety throughout the film.
Yeah.
Without going full spoiler alert mode, do you have like a particular fashion moment that you were like super proud of for getting on the big screen?
There's one that
For
I
the
think
nerds.
y'all will appreciate
Mhm.
is so back in the day, GQ, we would go on these retreats, which is
Oh.
not crazy, right? Like every company goes on a retreat. What was different about GQs is the fashion team would make these like gift bags for everybody. It was like a yearly thing,
Cool.
and it was like a way of like thanking the editors and stuff.
Free swag.
Yeah, from
Yeah.
from the closet.
Yeah. But well, they would have like, Todd Snyder and
Mhm.
J. Crew and Michael Bastian, and like it was that era.
Like accessories. Like here's a scarf. Here's gloves.
or here's a shirt, here's a
Okay.
blazer, here's
damn.
a pair of
real shit.
yeah. It was
Not
like
getting paid otherwise.
it was well, yes, yes, brother. And so it was like extensive. But what would happen is everybody started to dress alike.
Mm.
And so if you're like me, the bag, you're like, I love all of these clothes and like I like a lot of these designers, but then I can't wear any of this
Mm.
because I don't want to come to the
Yeah.
office dressed like
Clone.
everybody. So there's a scene when they're on their way to Moretti's compound,
Mhm.
and Murray and Io's characters are dressed alike.
Oh.
And
Oh, wow.
everybody was kind of like, because they knew how specific I was about the clothes and how I was like ready to blow all the budget to make sure we got these Rick Owens boots and
The
shit.
Kiss boots do make an appearance.
Like I was doing all of this, and then they were like, they have the same outfit on, and everyone thought it was a mistake.
Oh.
Damn, dude.
Like assistants were
What a
coming
detail.
up to me. Shirley Carrada was so talented, costume designer. We had several conversations about it. I even think that Murray said something at one point, but it was like, I don't think anyone else in the world cares. But
Wow.
for me,
But you
that
care.
That's
a
real.
bit-
That's real life.
yeah, well, yeah,
Your life. Like,
that's like a thing. And I kind of approached the journalism. The Opus is not about the media, and it's not about being a journalist,
Mhm.
but it no more than like White Man Can't Jump is about basketball.
Sure.
It's like that's not what the movie's
It's
about.
a vessel.
But you want the basketball to be as authentic as
Right.
possible.
Yes.
So to me, I was like, man, if I don't get that part of it right,
Mhm.
then that would be because I lived it.
Yeah.
And that just felt authentic.
Were the uniforms worn by Moretti's staff? Those were fucking pretty hard. It
Yeah.
felt like they were like some Visvim shit.
Blue
Almost
Blue
like
Japan.
That
some
was-
dip dyed, like you could see the fading
Yeah.
nicely.
Yeah. And man, again, this is another thing about the crew. Like, you have very, very little money. So in my brain, I'm like, well, we can get away with, you want to make it them uniform because then it gives them a bigger presence in the
Right.
film, and they're a cult. Like, you want to have some type of sartorial element that they share.
Absolutely.
And y'all love Japan. I think the most interesting process for clothes still is in Japan.
For sure.
Japan and Italy. And so that felt like a cool homage to something that I love, but also from a practical standpoint,
Right.
we're able to cheat some things, and indigo dye exists. It exists that you can buy in bulk.
You
know.
guys indigo dyed
Yeah, it
those
was cool.
short coats?
Yeah, I posted a photo while like in pre-production, and so you can see on my Instagram. But they basically had got like old, like super janky. I think they were like washing machines, and they or like washing machine or dryer, but like the old ones where like the door doesn't open this way; it opens from the top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they were just like swashing around laying. But like during pre-production, I would come in some days and like you would see all the clothes
That's
drying,
hilarious.
and I thought
That's
it was
fire.
so sick.
Yeah. I believe there's even an indigo dyeing like insert towards the end of the movie, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
But again, don't want to spoil anything. Throw Gang, longtime listeners of the show already know what is good when it comes to the underwear that we put on as the goddamn motherfucking boys. And you already know what that is. Skims. Thank you so much to Skims for sponsoring the only podcast that matters.
Larry, you and I are skipping across the pond over to the United Kingdom, and you know I already packed all my pants, as they're called over there.
Mhm.
They call underwear pants.
Yeah.
So you know that the suitcase is busting full of Skims. Can't wait for The bloomers and the knickers and the pants, man. Make an appearance over in the UK.
The cultural exchange is strong, just like our unstoppable travel rotation of boxer briefs, courtesy of Skims. You already know I'm going to be flying in first class in my
Business
100 business class. That's what we're calling it now? Okay.
That's what it is.
I'll be in business class flying high in my 100% cotton 3-inch inseam boxer briefs, courtesy of Skims. Shop Skims men's and more at skims.com or at the Skims New York flagship on 5th Ave. Let them know we sent you. After you place your order, select podcast in the survey and select our show in the drop-down menu that follows. Skims is the official underwear partner of the NBA, WNBA, and USA Basketball. Throw gang, wouldn't you like to look a little younger? Maybe get a few more compliments on your skin? Or just feel more confident when you look in the mirror? That's exactly what Caldera Lab is here for. Their high-performance skincare is designed specifically for men. It's simple, effective, and backed by science.
Larry, I'm a man, and I've been using the base layer moisturizer all week. It is a nutrient-rich moisturizer infused with plant stem cells and snow mushroom extract, known for their deep hydration and skin rejuvenating properties. It absorbs fast, leaving a non-greasy matte finish, so your skin feels hydrated without the shine. And it is true, my skin has felt plump and bouncy like a goddamn fresh baked croissant.
You're talking to a guy who has never had a skincare routine in his entire life until now. I am on my journey of being a changed man who is also a more beautiful man in the process. Skincare doesn't have to be complicated. It should be good. Upgrade your routine with Caldera Lab and see the difference for yourself. Go to calderalab.com/throwingfits and use throwingfits at checkout for 15% your first order. Thank you to Caldera Labs for sponsoring the only podcast that matters. You talked about
Lawrence is really locked in on this movie.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing my job.
That's my heart.
That's wonderful to hear. And honestly, I think could make up for some of my missteps. And those still to come. So
yeah, exactly.
He's building up the credits. So he can deplete it.
He will end at zero.
Yo, put on my tab, dog.
Yeah.
So
oh my God.
This idea of like having a vision for the sartorial elements of the movie, but not having the budget. I believe some of your own clothes are in the movie, correct?
Yeah.
Did anyone take that shit or did you get it back?
Nah, I got everything back.
Did you take anything? Like any of these Indigo pieces?
No. You know what's funny, man? I'm such a sentimental person that I thought that I was like, oh, I want that and I want that and I want that. And then I don't know, like I just became so overwhelmed with wanting the film, like the work of it just became the thing.
Right.
Now,
I got bigger fish to fry than fucking, sartorial, souvenirs.
Yeah, it's so not where my brain was.
Right.
I cried like a baby on the last day of production.
Tears of joy, relief, sadness, culmination.
Gratitude.
Okay. Yeah.
Gratitude. Like for us to pull this movie off in 19 days.
That is crazy.
That took a hustle from strangers.
That's insane.
People that I don't know. Some people I probably will never see ever again.
3 weeks.
Yeah, right.
That, like over delivered. And again,
you owe them your fucking life, your career.
And I'm just saying, like, for me and nobody. Also,
I'm sure they like the overtime pay when you went over.
Yeah, but even that, like, you also not seeing your family. Like, you're not
right.
Yeah.
There's no amount. Everybody making that movie was underpaid. Everybody.
How much?
John Malkovich was underpaid.
Really?
I got the DGA minimum.
Yeah.
It's Googleable.
Who is the biggest diva on set?
The biggest diva. I made a deal that I was going to answer every single question when I came here. The biggest diva, honest answer was New Mexico. And here's why I'll say that.
The fickle bitch known as nature.
No, the people.
I miss the old Mexico.
Brother. People couldn't have been better.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea that New Mexico got that cold.
Oh. Shit, at night.
You're in the desert.
Yeah.
Bro, it was 7 degrees.
What?
Some days.
You needed the puffer.
Yeah, not for Sundance, for New Mexico.
We had fucking heated, the corniest electric heated vest and pants and like underwear. It was the worst.
Was it cheaper to shoot in the winter? Or that's just like with the production
I didn't
time?
fucking know. Yeah. I had no idea.
Hey Siri, how cold is it in Mexico?
Like shit like that for real. Like I don't know that it would have changed when I would have shot it. I'd have shot it any time they let me shoot it. But like bro, it would be brutal. And then, you're outside for a lot of it. It dumped snow, like 2 feet of snow one day. We had a snow day.
Oh, damn.
Like when you
Did that fuck up
only are
production?
shooting
Yeah.
for 19 days, losing an entire day is like
That's
losing a limb.
1/19th of the shooting.
It is
schedule.
the worst.
So for your next film, are you like, I'm thinking of a little like thriller set in, I don't know, Italy in the summer
yeah,
or
quite
like
literally
White Lotus
bro,
mode.
Yeah, I get it.
somewhere in Hawaii, maybe.
You know who's really good at that is Luca.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude.
He's like, I'm gonna go someplace that actors want to be, someplace beautiful. We'll figure it out.
Take a little queer vacation to Mexico after being summering in Italy. No, that's what the name of the movie. Anyway, let's talk about something that you do. You have a follow up?
No.
Okay.
not at all.
Wait, is this gum?
No, it's nicotine.
Oh, you took gum out of your
no,
mouth.
I took a Zin out because it was done.
Imagine if it's
But it's
chewing.
white.
Yeah.
Oh, I pictured something black.
You would.
Stop.
He wishes.
Stop,
You would, dude.
Stop.
Um,
I pictured it to look like chewing tobacco.
no.
It's just pure chemical.
Yeah.
There's no tobacco. There's no plants. There's no
Oh.
tobacco plant. It is just pure nicotine chemical.
Mhm. It's good for you.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So you said something that I thought was fascinating, which is that the movie isn't about magazines, but all the magazine stuff, just like with White Men Can't Jump in basketball, it needs to be authentic for
Yeah.
for it to be real. Would you say that part of this movie, or maybe this movie is about or it is a commentary on the celebrity worship that we have in a culture that is basically a celebrity industrial complex these days?
Yeah, but also tribalism is like bigger than entertainment,
Mm.
right? So
Shout out to Stussy.
The international
World
tribe.
tribe.
it's tight because
Yeah.
if you're like a fashion person, you get that joke. But if you're not,
Is it a joke?
well,
It's a shout out.
It's a quip.
it's definitely not. Whatever it is,
I'm riffing like Malky.
I think jokes need to be funny by definition, right?
you
No.
don't think that.
That was good.
You
though.
don't think
That
that,
was
brother.
good.
So it's more about like
Yeah.
blind faith to the cult of personality, or
yeah, and I don't know. I guess I've said this a bunch, but like I don't pretend to have the answers. I don't know who's good, who's bad, whatever. I just think it's tight. It's my dream for us to have conversations where we interrogate, does this still serve us?
Mm.
And right now I feel like, and it's global, it's a global pandemic. Like my guy's bigger than your guy. If you like my guy, then you can do no wrong.
Right.
If you hate my guy, then you can do no right. And my guy can't do anything wrong. And I just don't think that's how any of us actually feel.
How do you feel?
I think that there is no perfect human, and there's nobody that I think is right all the time.
We need space for nuance.
We have zero space for it.
Mm.
And not only do we have no space for it, but we attack those that try to explore it.
Mm.
And so I think we're going in the wrong direction. But again, I made Opus hopefully for people to have that conversation. Not for me to give you the answer.
Right.
Or to tell you how I think the world should be.
I think, and that's really interesting to say that, because for me, what I enjoyed the most about the movie and why you should see it in theaters, honestly, is that it's fun. And
Yeah.
I wonder if, as someone who loves movies and is making movies, like right now, can movies be fun, or does there need to be a ham-fisted message for it to get made or for people to give a shit?
I think movies can, obviously they can be fun. There are super fun films. I wanted Opus to have a lot of honey with the medicine.
Ooh, right.
Because that is who I am.
Mm.
Like I know, buried under y'all with a bunch of clumsy ass jokes and some terrible outfits.
Damn.
And
Go off, bitch.
And y'all talking about sex that y'all not having.
Damn.
And you know what I'm saying? And all the black jokes and the humor and the slang and all that.
Yeah.
I know that
Damn, son.
underneath all of
Skibbity.
that, there is true
Honesty.
introspection and value, and you're saying something. And I think to your audience, something that the two of y'all have always done, truly,
Thank you.
even down to Four Pins, to the show that y'all had,
Fashion Bros.
Fashion Bros. Like there is real value. There's genuine, smart joke construction and humor and
that's the honey with the medicine.
Yeah, baby.
yeah.
This is the nicest thing anyone's
and-
ever said. Swagless, no pussy getting geniuses.
Yeah. Yes, that's kind of it. Is it not?
That's all I aspire to be.
You know what I mean? And so I don't know. I just
Some pussy would be nice.
A crumb, just a crumb of
Yeah.
boon.
More pussy, sir.
Please, man, may I have some more?
May I have some pussy?
Anyway,
Honey with
so-
the medicine.
honey with the medicine.
Because the movie does kind of like in the almost like at the buzzer have like, again, I go see it.
Yeah.
But there is like there's a nice almost like double twist towards the end.
Yeah.
Which I'm not even gonna, that's all I'm gonna say.
No, I think that's great. That's cool. Like,
Which I think opens it up for nuance where it's
but
like
yeah, it opens
interpretation.
it up for you
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
talk about it. Like one of my favorite conversations.
Besides this one.
No, well, I was gonna in more of like a macro sense conversation is well, this is a bit of a spoiler, but fuck it.
Are you sure?
fuck it. We're an
think
hour
so.
and 9 minutes in.
I
Yeah.
think so.
You could tiptoe around it.
Well, yeah, like this is a spoiler. If you don't want part of the film kind of spoiled for you,
Skip ahead
then-
30 seconds.
Yeah, or maybe pause this, go see the movie, and then come back.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Wow. A little
Um,
double feature.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
it.
I like that. Like, so people have asked me why didn't Moretti murder? Like, why those people? But we kind of understand why
Mhm.
those people, but like why. And the cool thing that was happening at Sundance is like, you know, you screen in and people talk after, and everybody kind of, there were a few people that talked about Luigi.
Mm.
Now, if Luigi stood on a corner with a sign and he was like, healthcare, insurance companies, bad, I wouldn't know his name. You wouldn't know his name.
Of course not.
If he walked up to that guy, he punched him in the mouth, I wouldn't know his name. You wouldn't know his name. And I'm not saying Luigi's good or bad. I'm not saying it matters where you fall on the politics of it, or if you think he's a hero or should be free, shouldn't be free,
What about his loafers?
or care about his loafers. But the idea of murdering somebody in such a grand fashion to get a message out there,
Mhm.
like we have
Means to an end.
we have proof in real time. There's that line at the end of the film where I'm already talking about the Crusades, and there are real examples of that, you
Mhm.
know. And so, Opus is very dense and it is heady, which I hope people enjoy.
It's still fun as hell.
Yeah, but I really did want it to still be extremely, extremely fun. And that at a lot of times was like the priority, because we all knew on the page we were really saying something.
Right.
You know? So it's like, okay, well, let's make sure people want to go on this ride.
Okay. That was beautiful and I think very insightful. So let's continue down that path of insightfulness. Mag, when you go to these high-powered Hollywood parties and you rub elbows with the master of the universe, do you still order Shirley Temples?
I used to, so I've known these humans for a long time. I used
Thank
to,
you.
I don't drink alcohol. I've never drank alcohol. And so I would order Shirley Temples everywhere I went. I don't order Shirley Temples anymore. It's sad.
What's the drink of choice?
If I'm gonna have something, it'd be like a ginger beer, I
Okay.
guess. But like that's rare.
Why do
he
you
grew
give why do you go Shirley Temples? Was the sugar catching up to you, or is it just like
Yeah, it was fucking terrible.
It is so bad for
it's
you.
really bad for you.
what is
Yeah.
just 7-Up and like
And
Grenadine.
grenadine?
Yeah.
Which is just pure sugar.
Mhm.
It's terrible. But also drink Shirley Temples if you want to. Like
Yeah.
I'm not one of those people that like started eating right and then I'm like, you should. I don't actually care.
Did LA
You're not
change you?
prescriptive.
You're like, oh, I'm in LA now.
It was before LA.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, it was before LA. But I'm glad. But I also got old, bro. We're not young anymore. I'm 36.
Damn, that's young as hell.
You can't fit.
they're
in
old as fuck
501s.
for Hollywood, dude. You're expired.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I mean, but like, you know, you gotta at some point you look in the mirror and you're like,
Damn, I got titties.
I gotta, yeah. Like I'm either gonna go this direction or I'm gonna go this direction.
Right.
Right. I think
Fork
you
in the
made
road.
I think you made the right choice. So how has LA and Hollywood changed you the most, would you say? Are you like a full-on clout chaser now? Are you worshiping celebrities? Or are you like, oh, that's actually grosser than I ever imagined? Like,
Nah, don't you think
I love celebrities.
He does.
you don't know any celebrities?
I know
No, he
you.
doesn't.
I got your number.
You do have my number.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm grateful that I'm doing this at 36 because I think I know who I am.
Oh, great call.
Like if I were fresh out of Morehouse and in that world, I think I'd be way more impressionable.
You would have gotten corrupted by the evil forces of Hollywood and
I mean,
clout chasing economy.
I think that I'd be way more vulnerable.
Okay.
Susceptible to corruption.
Yeah. But like I have great people in my life. Like Will's not gonna let me do something too corny.
Does he check you?
all
It's
the
like,
time?
Mag, shut the fuck up.
He doesn't say it like that.
Well, yeah, but you know.
But all the time. I mean, I you can tell who has OGs that they call on that
Right.
tell them, hey, yo, you need to tighten up, you need to do this. And you can tell who doesn't. And I have great older people in my life that, let me know. And great friends. I have such a great community.
Respect your elders.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will is my elder for sure.
He's your Jedi master.
Yes.
That's a movie. That's a movie reference from a little thing called Star Wars.
Yeah. Shout
Indie
out.
flick. A lot of
Ever
people
heard
haven't
of
seen
it?
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
little tiny.
heard of it?
So you're talking about like being a little bit of a late bloomer, which has its pros and its cons.
Yep.
Based on what you figured out thus far, how many movies do you have to make before they let you into the Illuminati?
I think it's not just how many movies you make. I think you have to gross.
Oh,
I think if you can gross a 500 at the box office.
Yeah, and you get a free adrenochrome for life.
What's that?
It's a supplement made from children's blood
you.
that the Illuminati. Yeah, it's how they stay so young and powerful.
When they say crack a cold one, they mean a zygote, a fetus, and you just fucking. The Clintons do that shit. You know the vibes.
This is what Pizzagate was about.
Yeah.
There's no way. There's no way that like QAnon would accept y'all because of those outfits. They would look at y'all and be like, "Nah."
Yeah.
Do y'all feel like men with no country because of that?
Yeah,
No country for old men.
Yeah.
That's us.
no
Yeah.
country for no pussy getting men.
No, Swaggos, no pussy getting geniuses.
Will you be paying attention to box office, or is it just kind of like
Let's be real.
Yeah, but not because of the money. It's not because of the money. I learned that about myself, and everybody close to me, for better and for worse, will be like, "Man, you really do not. You're not making financial decisions. You're not. I lost money.
you're too
making
left
Opus.
brained?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Personally,
I
Damn.
lost money making this movie.
Wow.
all
And
those flights to Latvia,
you feel me?
seriously,
not free. Not
all the
cheap.
studio time with Niall. and the
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you end up, but I wouldn't change it for the world. I think that the box office to me is like, okay, this is how many people saw this film, and it's
Eyeballs, straight up. Not dollar signs.
not
but
dollar
eyeballs.
signs, but eyeballs, and also a success of like marketing.
Mm.
This, I think we definitely got X amount of people in, and this worked. This was helpful. I wish we had done this because it's like I used to play ball. I think I approach a lot of things like an athlete, and I want to get better.
Mm.
And I want to be better at promoting a film. I want to be better at communicating, at making a film.
bitch, you
And-
wasn't with me shooting on set.
So you're getting your reps
I
up right
actually
now.
like that. Oh yeah, but also I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing because the hardest parts are some of the most fun to me. And then this part of it, the like promotion part of it is cool. Like I'm not like
You have to flex nuts because you did this thing.
I don't know about that.
But it's a small club, dude. Like people like I'm like more people can be like so many things, and I made a movie. It's a fraternity. At least one that's theatrically released. Let's be real.
Yeah. I think if I'm just being honest, and I've known y'all, so like it's tough for me to posture in front of y'all.
Mhm.
Where I'm at right now is I'm deeply overwhelmed emotionally to the point where I feel I'm like, we'll tap into that at a later date.
What are you gonna do on release date? Are you gonna like hide under the covers? Gonna go sneak into a theater in the valley,
Buy a
a la
ticket.
Entourage?
Shout
Buy a
out.
ticket.
I definitely will want to see it with whoever, like the people that go opening day.
Hell yeah.
You could tell that,
Right.
March 14th.
Yeah, March 14th. So yeah, I definitely want to
Pi
be in
Day.
the theater. Pi Day. I didn't do that intentionally.
Hmm.
Everybody, that's how I know you were good at school.
I know my dates.
Yeah,
Pi
well,
Day,
he's
He's half
Juneteenth.
Asian.
Huh?
He's half Asian.
Juneteenth, Pi Day. I know my holidays.
This guy knows all the holidays.
I was going to defend you on that, and you just.
Okay, so you lost money making the movie, but there's got to be some perks when you make a film with A24, like the hottest studio in the game, arguably. Like what are the LA cool guy perks? Like get a free membership to San Vicente Bungalows or some shit?
No. Bro, you would think.
Vincente.
I'm sure that there's like.
Vincente?
There's probably ways
My
to
bad.
like
I'm not a member.
exploit that for your benefit, but it's really like no, the film is the reward.
Mm,
And
well said.
and I'm so happy about I feel the happiest that I have ever felt. I'm tired as fuck. But
Did the studio offer to get you a stylist for your promo run? Or you're like,
they did.
I got this.
They
you laugh
did,
him out of
and
the
I
building?
said, I got this.
Yeah.
You said, you know what? Take that budget for the stylist and let me have it.
It let me fly to New York so I can talk to y'all.
Yeah. Let us posture on your behalf. Have you thought about what would be like? I don't want to name any specific award shows, but have you thought about some red carpet black tie fits?
Oh, every day. I had a dream when I made my short.
You had
Yeah.
the dream.
I had what?
You had the dream.
yeah. I have the dream.
Yeah. I really. Here's the thing. I thought that's what you were doing.
No, I was just
and
making
then,
a pun.
and then I
And
left
then
space for it, and he took it.
he
And
went
that's-
MLK.
That's kind of on me. I want to.
It's more on him. It's more on him.
What day? What day of the year is that?
MLK Day?
Yeah.
Mid-January. Depends.
I thought you knew your
It's
dates.
the second or third Monday in January.
It's funny he doesn't know that one.
Well, it's not a specific day.
Neither
No.
is Juneteenth.
Oh, really? I thought it was June 19th.
Juneteenth is a celebration for when slaves got the news that we are free. Black people are free.
Some
And
slaves
that's
got it
why-
later than others.
That's why we call it Juneteenth, because there's a window.
Got it.
Because it wasn't like they were texting back then.
Well, in 2025, Juneteenth is on June 19th.
Yeah.
So maybe I was just thinking of our contemporary moment,
White
which is
people's Juneteenth.
so fraught, you know?
Before
It's a Thursday.
He's just planning his schedule out.
Do we get the
That's
Friday?
all.
Do we get the Friday off?
You definitely should take the Friday off.
Because it's for you.
Wait, we were saying something.
You had a dream.
Oh, I had a dream.
About your
This
fits.
This is silly. I had a dream that
Sounds silly.
when I made my short, I was accepting an award and my ears were pierced. And I didn't have my ears pierced.
Really?
That's how long ago I made the short.
Damn.
Like 8 years. Yeah, I didn't have my ears pierced. And then 2 days later, I went and got my ears pierced.
You got to. That's a message.
It was
dude.
weird to
Manifest.
see yourself in a dream with something.
With more swag.
Yeah, kind of. But I was
Yeah.
like, that was weird.
Have you had any dreams about like potential red carpet fits? Like, you know what? I should go buy that fucking Saint Laurent suit.
Yeah.
That would look good. Some
yeah.
Claire Trow.
I
Strong shoulder.
I
Mag and pinstripes? Oh, I would love to see that.
you know what I mean?
on the Yankees.
That's what I wore to the premiere. Not Saint Laurent. It was husbands, but I love it.
Ooh, the jacket and jeans combo
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Thinking Man
at the Egyptian Theater.
At
The contemporary Saint Laurent.
Yeah.
Have you met the founder of Husbands? He looks
Yeah.
exactly like Yves Saint Laurent.
He does.
Yeah.
Handsome
The hair.
freshman.
Yeah, all of those dudes that work in that store, it's cool. It reminds me a bit of Sid's, but Parisian,
Yeah, absolutely.
like a Parisian Sid's.
They have a trunk show coming to New York in a few weeks.
Are y'all gonna go?
You might even be,
He does know
I don't
his
know,
dates.
having a little conversation.
Oh, I love that.
Ooh,
That'd be fun.
news to me. Let's talk a little bit more about fashion, right?
Yeah.
What do you miss most about working in the fashion industry, and what are you happy that you never have to deal with again?
I loved going to the shows
Really?
because it's such a big presentation.
Is that the director in you? It's like, this is a spectacle production.
100%. A lot of
Yeah.
like there's a big performance in the film where John performs, and for my production designer, I had all of these fashion show references.
Oh wow!
In fact, he's done fashion show. He's based in New York. Robert Paizoka, a real legend, and based in New York. And one of the reasons that I hired him was because he had
Fire.
worked in fashion, both build outs and shows.
That's a
so-
great scene.
Thank you. Yeah, and so I think that's the coolest thing in the world is like they spend so much money. It's so grand. It's so opulent. It's truly the creative director's vision. And you go there, and y'all know you're there for 15 minutes,
Yeah, if that
if that.
depends on how many looks there are.
I
Yeah.
think that's the coolest thing in the world. And then
Yeah.
you go into someone else's, and especially in Milan, Italy, they're in like old cathedrals,
Mhm.
or they're
Palazzos.
yeah,
Yeah.
or like this bookstore that's 700 years old,
Right.
And
I know it's great from the third row.
I wouldn't know.
That was a test.
Well, it's called
Yeah.
it's sightlines, you know?
Yeah.
Exactly. You gotta, you
But no, like it is, they're always in super interesting like spaces
yeah,
like that you wouldn't normally have access to.
Yes, and you know the way the music, the clothes,
Yeah.
the room you're
It's a
curating,
motherfucking movie.
It's cool.
Truly.
It really, really is cool. So no, I can't wait to like get some of that energy back in me.
Speaking of energy, some of the positive variety and sometimes negative. Do you read reviews?
I did
Oh,
How's that going?
terribly.
Why would you do that to yourself? And what did you get any advice about that?
Yeah, everybody told me not to. For me, I look at it like this. One, there's been like a pushback on the critics from people that I've talked to in interviews and some folks
Coaches
online.
don't play.
Well,
they don't build statues of critics.
But I don't see it like that. Like to me, truly, I made this film for there to be a discourse.
Mhm.
I think that the discourse is part of the film. Critics and journalists, to me, on and off the field, play such a valuable role. Even if they don't like the thing that I labored over, I don't want to ever say something or pretend to like discredit what they do. So like it hurt my feelings. And again, there are tons of good reviews.
Mhm.
Those don't stay with you, which is why they
Yeah, no, we know. Yeah,
those don't stay with you, which is why they tell you don't read it.
right.
Yeah.
Because the
Because-
one bad comment will haunt you, and then the praise
and so
goes,
that's the
feeds
cliche.
off like Gore-Tex.
100%.
Kind of like what happened to Moretti.
The you feel me? The cliche, which is part of the, you know, but like the cliche is true. But I look like if you see Opus and you enjoy it, great. If you don't enjoy it, then I hope I get you on the next one. And there's
Right.
no hard feelings,
Right.
you know.
If Fraser the Summerman Tharp doesn't give the movie a glowing review in GQ, are you going to burn the motherfucking house down and tell everyone where all the skeletons are buried?
I know where I'm going to Frasier.
Okay, yeah.
And you're gonna
Straight to
beat his ass.
He's in LA.
Yeah,
Frasier's in
What's his
LA.
address?
It is 266 East Mendocino.
you can find him at the San Vicenze Bungalow.
Yeah. Shout out to Frasier, man. It's good people.
Summerman.
Are you on Letterboxd?
I am, but it's not a public.
Okay, I'll get that off mic.
Yeah.
What do you?
Well, not like that. Like I don't.
You're an
I'm
industry
not
guy
there
now.
like shitting on movies,
right.
And
You're
then,
just logging.
but I really like reading what, especially like these kids respond to.
right.
So I'm really just there.
Real watchers.
Has Io reviewed Opus on Letterboxd on her
Yeah, she's a
now
power
public
user.
Letterboxd?
I have no clue.
I don't think she has because I follow her, but she's a power user.
Nobody has asked me that question. I don't know.
That's why you're on the
I
only
feel like
podcast that
if
matters.
she had, I would know.
Um,
Oh yeah, you would.
What do you think about people that make their letterbox accounts their entire personality? Like the guy asking you this question.
Your Letterboxd is your entire personality.
I love movies, and Letterbox is my favorite app. Follow me. Is that cool? Is it cool? All right, as someone who's a director and who's
Yeah.
made a movie, is it cool that there's an average person that just like is obsessed with cinema to the level that they're on a
Oh my
social
God,
media
yeah,
network for
that's
it?
the cool. I think
exclusively?
Letterbox. That's the. To me, Letterbox is the coolest of the social media apps because you're galvanizing around something artistic.
But what
Versus
about
just
people?
fit pics on IG?
What
you
about
see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
yeah? What about the folks that are watching movies and just like, and you can tell, I think that they're just kind of like brainstorming what quip to make. You know, it's like on so that their response, their review of it can be, you know, understood as like, oh, he's so witty.
Yeah. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's corny to get millions of dollars from somebody, to get time from super talented actors, to get composers and all this, and you put this thing together, you spend years of your life, and then you try to police how people engage with it.
Mm.
I am very, very prepared to let Opus go.
Mm.
And
Interesting.
whatever happens after that, I emotionally, I think that's while you move on, while you work on the next thing, and you pray you get to make a next thing, and it's the
Mhm.
greatest gift ever. But if we didn't want to have people engage with our films, then you don't have to put it out. I didn't put out my short.
Really?
I had a bunch of offers to put it out into the world, and for a myriad of reasons, I didn't put it out.
Was that bad? I've never seen it. No, I'm kidding.
You have seen it, right?
No, I have not.
Why?
Why? Yeah. What's the decision? But because you're like, it's not ready to, or you like,
it's one of those things. In all the festivals we were in, and like when I watched it, I just saw all of these flaws.
oh shit.
You're your own worst critic.
Yeah. Self-critical.
100%. Yeah, that's why I'm like, whatever y'all are writing, brother, I promise you can't hurt my feelings. Like
I hate myself.
Yeah, you can't do that.
How has working on Opus, because it's not, you mentioned that you're already kind of working on the next project. I imagine that there was overlap between the two.
Yes,
How has the experience of working on Opus maybe changed or affected
everything.
how you've approached the next
Oh,
project?
it's like not even
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I learned part of the thing when you don't go to film school, when you make a film with A24, with Ayo Debris, with John Malkovich, The Dream and Niall,
Juliette Lewis.
Tony O'Hare,
Young
Juliette
Manzino.
Lewis, Young Mazzino,
Tony Hale.
Stephanie Suganami, Lenny Kravitz.
That's
Oh, yeah.
right. I mean, little cameo.
A little cameo from Lenny. Like when you
Light cameo.
yeah, Bill Burr. Like
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
when
dude.
bro, go see this movie. It's incredible. But like when you do that, you're like, cool. In a lot of ways, you're there's no like hiding. For
No.
better and for worse. And
You're
it's a
naked
lot
out
of
there.
for better. Yeah, you're just naked.
Yeah.
And I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday, and he's a filmmaker, and we were just kind of like trading notes and commiserating, and he's being really supportive. And it's like Evel Knievel, you're like, you're doing this stunt in front of the world, and you might make it, you might not, but the only thing that you know for sure is that you're going to get back in the canon after, and that's the thing. And so and the only thing you want is to get back in the canon. So like that for me, that's where my
Your safe space, ironically, is in the canon.
my safe space, ironically, in the canon, which is why it's such an unhealthy profession.
Yes. Yes.
And I acknowledge that fully. I have enough good people around me to make sure that I don't spill. But like, yeah, I'm excited to get back in the canon. But I'm also the support. I mean, people have really, really, really so far come out and been really great and
Who's-
supportive about this film.
Positive experience seeing the movie has meant the most to you? Is it like Will, your mom, the cast, someone unexpected that you're like, damn, you're a fan?
We're not out yet as we record this. They're like Daniel Kaluuya.
Oh, right.
sick.
Because I think he's
Saw that
one
on
of
IG.
the best actors on the
He's
planet.
incredible.
Young Taco.
Travis,
Shout
yeah,
out
he's
Travis,
incredible.
friend of the show.
Lionel was the person I was the most nervous to show the
Oh,
film.
really?
And I showed him a really early cut because I knew, partly because they were going to go make the bear, so I was going to lose him
Okay.
during like a pivotal time in editing.
Yeah.
And so it felt too early, but I knew that because he and I go to the movies a lot together, and we talk about films like basically every day, and he's so knowledgeable. But I knew that if I sat next to him, I know him well enough to know what he's responding to or not.
Okay.
So the download, he's going to tell me
Right.
things, but like the download of it is going to be really intense.
He's watching Opus, you're watching him.
Yes. Yeah. And so that one was like, and so he's seen it like 4 times now.
Wow.
God bless that man. He's so sweet. But that one was like nerve-wracking.
Right. I can
And
imagine.
what was his thoughts?
On the first cut, he was like, brother, but
Get
he's-
back in the stew.
Yeah. Nah, he's been supportive, and they're like specific notes and specific thoughts, but with the final thing, man, like the amount of people that have really, really like shown up for me is overwhelming.
That's great, dude.
You can hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
It's wild.
The gratitude.
Yeah.
The sincerity is real.
Yeah.
It's palpable.
It's a tough. It almost makes me feel I never really understood why when something good happened to somebody, they say they're humble. Because when bad things happen to me, I always felt like you're humbled.
You've been humbled.
Yeah, you've been humbled.
My God.
But I literally
Yeah.
like, and
universe.
everybody gets their teeth kicked in by the universe, and so when good things would happen to me, I'd be like, I'm grateful, I'm so happy, I was nervous, or whatever, and then this has been so overwhelming. I think I actually get it, where I'm like, oh, like you got on a plane as like big and famous as you are, as cool as you are, you got on a plane to come to Sundance to support me,
Right.
in this thing. You watch this film and you've called me every day to talk about it.
That's crazy.
There are certain people where I'm just like
Blown away.
I am overwhelmed.
So from Opus now being, I mean, it still needs to come out, and again, see it March 14th. But with that in the rear, we're looking forward. What can you tell us about, like, if you're blessed to get to do the next thing, the next project? What can you tell us right now? And is it Black Joker?
It's not Black Joker,
which is a
deep cut from the first time we did this pod.
I think it would bang. I got ideas if you want to cook up.
No one wants your Black Joker ideas.
Yeah.
I want you to know I love you, man.
Yeah.
But like,
My father was a bit of a hooper.
It should be Lakeith, dude.
Ooh.
Yeah, it should be Lakeith. Black Joker.
Lakeith is sick.
Yeah.
He's such a good actor.
Do you have a dream actor you would love to work with one day?
Ooh.
Yes.
Let's manifest.
I really want to work. Man, there's so many. I want to work with Quinta Brunson.
Mm.
I want to work with Kaluuya. I want to work with Rosario Dawson does a voice in Opus. She does the puppet.
Oh,
The
Oh,
Billie
I saw
Holiday
it. Yeah,
puppet.
I saw it in the
Wow.
opening credits. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, and
did not know.
and I really want to do something else with her. Sarah Paulson.
Ooh, goat.
Holy shit, she's so good.
She could be Black Joker.
I think she can do anything.
In blackface, like
I didn't say that, but I think
Tropic
she can
Thunder
do
style?
anything.
she commits, dude.
That's your favorite movie, isn't it?
Well, no, and here's the thing. It is an
It's
incredible
funny.
movie. I don't want to fucking...
Tom Cruise's Harvey Weinstein's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. He's got comedic chops.
It's a great movie.
He
it's,
is- he
It's
is-
all time.
he
But it's
is-
not my favorite movie,
Yeah.
if that's what you're trying to say.
What's
Boys,
your-
Boys in the Hood. That's a joke, too, but that's a good movie.
You've never seen Boys in the Hood.
Of course I have, dude. Are you kidding me? Bro, I could check my letterbox, bro. Check my letterbox.
I actually am interested.
His
to see
IG
your
bio was
letterbox.
John Singleton.
Best joke of the.
Thank
best
you,
joke of the
thank you.
Oh,
pod.
now we're handing out trophies.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, let's talk about movies real quick. As a fan, Mag. Right.
Let's talk about movies real quick.
This
Yeah,
movie is thrilling. There are horror elements. It is stylish. We would just love to know. Let's do a quick Mount Rushmore. So top 4 unranked. What are your Mount Rushmore of horror movies and then stylish movies as well? Let's just whatever comes to mind.
Top 4 horror movies in
Yeah.
no order.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The Audition. Takashi Miike's The Audition. Which
This is the guy you mentioned in your introduction, which
I
you
love.
bombed.
Yeah, I've bombed every introduction of this movie, guys.
That's okay.
I highly recommend Ichi the Killer and
Oh,
The
great.
Audition
And
from-
stylish as fuck. Each killer
he's-
kind of kills
the-
both.
Supreme collaborator. Ichi the Killer.
Oh yeah. They did
Yeah.
a T-shirt or
There's
something.
just like
right?
there's just like screenshots on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Shout out to
Shout out to the graphic designers.
yeah. Shout out to graphic designers out there.
I got
So would
screen
say-
shooters.
Yeah, I would say The Audition. I think Silence of the Lambs is the best.
Thank
pound
you.
for pound. Like that's like the one.
It's funny you should mention that.
Shit.
Oh, Lawrence is showing his cool movie tattoo.
It's the
That's
best.
tight.
Thanks, bro. I mean, you don't have to lie.
You're really.
No, it's just cool. I
about it.
mean, listen, people can change. That's what it's really about.
That's what that means to you.
It's one of many things.
That's what. Yeah.
What do you fuck me?
I was picturing you as Buffalo Bill.
yeah. Trans lives matter, bro.
Tuck rule.
Stop. See, you had the tuck joke. You could have went there, and then you
I'd fuck me.
Honestly, just
go
tuck,
left, even if right is nice. You know
tuck
what
this
I
whole
mean?
pod in Lawrence.
Good grief.
Hang a Louis on the zeitgeist.
I'd fuck me.
Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs, The Audition.
Ichi the Killer, or are you just referencing another one of
I
his
think,
works?
I think just The Audition, Silence of the Lambs. I would go probably Carrie.
Mm.
Carrie fucked me up,
Yeah.
and then I would go Thriller.
Really?
Thriller's the first first piece of art that scared me.
Oh wow, interesting. I mean, it is
Yeah.
intense.
I was a kid too, like,
Yeah, a lot of kids scared of Michael Jackson. You know,
and I had never seen a celebrity or a person that I knew that wasn't scary then scare me.
oh, I see.
So my little brain trusted him
Right.
in a way.
That's how he gets them.
Would it be the first?
all right. And you know what? That one's also on me.
Yeah, come on.
The phrasing on that was
Yeah.
not ideal.
Style-
and
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Stylish movies?
Fashion wise.
Yeah.
Ichi the Killer's definitely
Banger.
in the top 4.
Was a lot of just like sick, like 90s suits.
Yakuza.
suiting.
Ichi the Killer. Oh yeah. It's
Yakuza
like
shit.
Yakuza shiny
Yeah.
suits, real like kind of flowy, and then the tattoos, like blonde hair, and then weapons, crazy piercings. It's so sick. I gotta put Do the Right Thing. Just Mookie alone,
Yeah, iconic.
but like it's just one of like Spike. He
Yeah.
he really just was so ahead of his time. With
Lawrence
that.
inspired by the Michael Rappaport character.
I know you are.
I hate Michael Rappaport. He gives
But
white people a bad
But
name.
you love Larry Bird.
He gives Jews a bad name.
You
We don't need any help. I could say that. Okay, do the right thing.
Do the Right Thing. As far as like a costuming thing, I really thought what Ruth did with Black Panther blew me away.
She won an Oscar, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
that was like, I was like, man, the jewelry alone was incredible.
Yeah. And if not for Black Panther, we wouldn't have the Rizzler. You probably don't know who that is because you've been on Rock for 2 years.
Who's the Rizzler?
Just cast him in your next movie, dude.
Yeah,
the Rizzler.
just-
He's a child on TikTok who is a generational talent.
Yeah.
And
And his alter
Riz
ego,
is-
his alter ego is Black Panther.
Yeah. This is a young Italian fat child.
He's a Black Italian.
No.
Why did you say Black Panther?
Yeah.
His alter ego, he dresses up in the Black Panther
he's
costume.
Panther dressed in black.
He's the heavyset kid.
He's a little,
I've seen him.
he's a little
yeah,
shubster, yeah.
Yeah. That kid
yeah.
is incredible.
Yeah.
I hope he's in school though.
He's out seeker shopping.
He's too busy sneaker shopping with Joe LaPuma and not eating his vegetables. Shout out to Rizzler, though.
Shout out Joe.
Come on the
LaPuma.
pod. Yeah,
shout out Joe the Puma.
Shout out Joe LaPuma. Also come on the pod.
All right, last one.
Yeah. One more slot. We can move on.
Stylish movies. Oh man.
People
I
always
would-
say Ripley. Talented Mr. Ripley.
I'm gonna do Harlem Nights.
Oh, okay.
Or actually take that back. Under the Cherry Moon. The Prince film that they
Yeah.
shot in the south of France. Just the tuxes in that.
Here's a question for you.
Uh-huh.
This is what really matters. Now that you have a movie in theaters, is every first date that you go on just fishing with dynamite? Because they ask you what you do and you're like, oh, little movie. It's coming out. Maybe you heard of it.
I think that valuable people don't give a fuck about. stuff
Really?
like that.
You won't want to use your clout for a little bit of evil.
I think you think I have clout.
You made a movie with A24 that is being marketed nationally. That's crazy.
globally.
Globally. Excuse me. I thought I was on a first date with Mag for a second there.
Yo, you better do huge numbers in Latvia.
Now,
To be honest, we opened day and date with Latvia, and I'm excited to see the Latvian numbers.
Yeah.
hell
Very
yeah.
The
excited.
Latvian connection.
I'm very excited.
Shout out William Friedkin.
I would tap in with Latvia if I could get on a
Yo,
plane. and,
Latvia
like,
tap in.
Like
yeah.
I would show up. Like let's
Hey, yo, Latvia, pull up.
You
yeah,
got like
pull
5
up.
listeners in
Yeah,
Latvia.
Riga. Let's do it.
Yeah.
Riga.
Let that go. Let it go. Let it go.
What? What is
I
yeah. What is your? I'm good, dude. It only took an hour and 40 minutes. We're almost done here. What's your dating app profile look like? You on like Raya, and does it say like writer director?
I have never been on a dating app,
Oh, really?
but I don't have nothing. Like I'm not like I just never been.
Well, you're on the best dating app, which is Instagram. So, what are the DMs looking like? Are they looking like a Latvian war zone?
Jesus.
Let the bodies hit the floor.
I don't. I only respond to DMs of people I follow. Like
Oh.
I don't go to the other folder.
Like,
Okay.
It's set up like that.
Yeah. I thought
Right.
everybody's was.
No, I customer service, bro. This is our job. My job.
You got to double tap every.
Yeah, you got to at least throw them a heart. These are the kids.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I don't.
Okay.
I don't go into the. Yeah.
Into the requests. That's what
I
it
don't
is.
go into the request.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so don't DM Mag if he doesn't follow you because it's falling on deaf ears.
Saying
And
karaoke.
blind eyes,
Ain't no requests.
like John Malkovich is. Mag, how much money do you make?
The DGA minimum.
Okay. So, like, when you say you lost money, you're not being hyperbolic. Like, this wasn't
No.
like, this isn't a financial endeavor for you in any.
No,
Form
the
or
exact
shape.
opposite. Yeah, I had a day job.
Bro, what? You know your per diem is only $75 a day?
Yeah,
I guess you did.
Yikes.
yeah,
It smells like broke up in here.
yeah, it's tough.
What does that get you in New Mexico? Some
just
enchiladas? Like,
so much
yeah,
food, probably.
yeah.
Yo, you could honestly get so much meth in New Mexico with fucking $75 a day.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that they fix that.
The opioid crisis or the drug problem in America?
Yeah, in Albuquerque in particular,
Mm.
because I love the city, but you know it's tough.
You're going to go back
It's
on
rough
your own
around the
without
edges.
having to shoot there? Yeah.
great vintage
I
in
would.
Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Santa Fe is.
Santa Fe is incredible.
Many call it the Paris of New Mexico.
Damn, the DJ is fucking
Yo, my man's got the whole PDF out now. He's
Yeah,
looking at
it's nice.
rates.
bullshit. Oh,
Yo.
wait, that's weekly. Never mind. It's pretty good.
Yeah, but you got to also think. And look, I'm gonna say it like this. Like, let me make something very clear.
Yeah.
I have the best job on the planet.
Facts.
So I think it's corny when people in interviews they get up here and like, we only got paid this to do this thing, and then I've been the kid at home who like I was housekeeping in a hotel, you know, like which was one of the worst jobs I've ever had,
Mhm.
mostly because of the hotel, not because, but it was just like bad. It was just the terrible.
That was your worst job?
My worst job. I was housekeeping
Damn.
at the Great Wolf Lodge in Kansas City, which y'all don't know what that is
That's
because
a tough gig, bro.
bro.
I can only imagine.
Not only was it a
Do you have a
tough
black light on you?
and I worked nights.
Oh,
And the Great Wolf Lodge there's a water park in the hotel.
oh God.
So it's all kids. And
Oh,
so kids throw up
Diarrhea.
yeah. And so I had to clean all of that up
Damn.
for 4 months. I did it for a whole summer.
So you can't ever, like, you're already playing with house money. The fact that you've like come this far.
Yes, life is so sick right now. I'm so
Circumvented the
happy.
circumstances to yelling cut, no circumcision.
What is etiquette for tipping housekeeping, in your opinion?
I think you should always tip. I think you should tip at the end of your stay.
Is it per night, like the total?
For me,
Yeah.
like if I'm like, you know, like I've been in New York for 5 days,
Mm.
so I'll definitely.
What
Tip
if you
more.
shit in a wave pool? Do you tip more?
What? How are you on that? Because I feel like
I never have it. It's never happened, but I'm not saying it won't. You know,
yeah,
I go to a lot of
not-
water parks.
you're not taking it off the table.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck no, dude.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? I'm just waiting
he-
for God to kick my teeth in.
Yeah, he has an emergency shitting in the wave pool fund in his wallet. If he
Yeah,
ever has
yeah,
to
For
leave
a
that tip.
rainy day.
For
Yeah.
a shitty day.
Yeah.
Literally.
Exactly. Mag, how much money does Opus need to make for you to get that chance at a second film? Is there like a number in mind?
I don't know. That's a great question.
Thank you.
How does it work though? Are you already like green lit, or are you just like it's still in the development process?
Not already green lit.
There's green's in his name, dude. My man's always
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
don't
he's
know
lit.
that because like how many
I
many
made
great
sure.
directors, you know, most movies lose money.
Mhm.
Um,
especially if they're one of the new Marvel joints,
yeah. Well,
because those suck ass.
I haven't seen the latest one, but
Same.
I heard
I
it's
won't.
not. I heard it's good actually.
No, you are living under a rock, bro. It's
Oh,
getting.
okay.
They're saying it's worse than Madame Web.
Okay.
What's up with phase 4, you know?
Yeah, I'll say. Can I say this?
Phase 4 hiccups. It happens.
I went and saw Endgame. I used to go to the Battery Park movie theater because
Oh, great theater.
Yeah.
Conde was right there, and I went and saw Endgame on the Thursday that it came out. Like it was like a fluke. There was like one ticket,
Yeah.
and I like went with like the heads,
Yeah. Yeah.
and I sat next to this woman, and she had a like a panic attack in the theater. And I thought it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen.
Yo, everyone check out this lady. Tony Stark just died. She's having a breakdown.
When I get like
Paramedics assemble.
Yeah, when all of the Avengers come back
Right.
in that moment.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Sorry, y'all. She freaked out, and I just was like, I don't know.
cares that much.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I would be like lying if
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want to make something or participate in something that would make people feel that strongly. I think that's really cool.
On the flip side of that, I was at Sundance one year and was watching this documentary called Meru about alpinists climbing this
Oh, yeah.
mountain.
Yeah.
And it was maybe a year after the mass shooting in Colorado in a movie theater during the Dark Night.
That's
and somebody had a panic attack and people freaked out.
Oh shit.
So that sucked.
She didn't. To be clear, she didn't actually have a.
She was just like, ah!
She was like, she couldn't catch her breath because
I
she
mean,
was so excited.
She was so blown away
She was so happy.
by phase 2.
do you think you're ready to do a fucking full green screen CGI ass big budget film? Would you ever do that?
Do
Black
I
Joker.
want to do that? No.
Yeah. She's like, no, see, the tennis ball is like a dragon. Just imagine it yet, right?
I think I'm amazed when obviously it's easy, like we can make fun of it, but when somebody does it and it turns out great, how amazing is that? Think about
I'm
that.
trying to think of an example.
I mean, how many of those films are successful? Or
I guess
good?
like
Yeah, but-
Endgame or Civil War.
or even like look at Black Panther.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Black Panther is great.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I'm not going to get caught in this trap. Yeah, it's fucking phenomenal. Dude. 5 stars on Letterboxd, 100%.
Yeah.
Wakanda forever.
Okay.
And you can clip that.
don't clip that.
Besides Marvel tickets, what do you like to spend your hard-earned money on, Mark Anthony Green?
I have been spending my money on Opus. I have been spending my money on the same thing I always like: clothes,
Mhm.
homies.
Good food.
No, I'm not a foodie.
This was the man who drank Shirley Temples for his entire life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't care about food at all.
Do you cook or you just order in every time?
Nope, don't cook.
Just order
Uh,
some slop.
I eat chicken and rice a lot.
Oh shit.
Grilled chicken and rice
Healthy boy.
is and I have.
What was the craft services like on set to
Yeah.
keep the actors and crew happy?
It was great. Like for me, you know, I'm sure that we could have spent more money on it.
The guy who eats
was it
grilled
chi-
chicken and rice.
was it chicken
every
and
day was
rice?
Great.
Yeah, it was great.
The bar's real
Was it chicken
high.
and rice?
No, there wasn't always chicken and rice.
Okay.
That'd be pretentious if I was like, just make sure that
That's what I want.
Yeah,
It's just fuel.
But it was also, I think, so much of that is like the energy of the people making the food, not like a spiritual way, but just like we had a great. The folks that did craft services on our film, they just
Everyone
were
is
great.
locked
They
in
were just on
from
it.
John to craft
Yeah,
services.
yeah, truly. And that was just, you know, it's also 19 days. Like
Right.
you're not eating this.
We're working.
Yeah, you can figure it out.
Just meal prep.
Honestly.
Make a big batch of lentil soup.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Chicken and brown rice for 19 days. Okay, Mag. When the movie was picked up by A24, did you get yourself an Attaboy gift?
No,
No.
that was the Attaboy gift.
Wow.
Nice.
Deep. You're right. You weren't like pat myself on the back with a little tasty treat, no pun intended.
No, I wanted
Extra rice today.
whether it was A24
Dark meat.
The idea of like that never seemed like success to me.
Material items.
No, like A24
Oh.
picking up the movie.
When will it feel like a success to you?
I don't know that it ever does.
Really?
I think that that's
that
not the way
healthy?
you're so yeah, it's not healthy,
Wow.
but I don't feel like success.
Okay. I think you should a little bit.
I don't know that it's like I'm actively not doing something. I just think nothing will feel like the last day of shooting.
Right.
You can't bottle that. That's
That if ever there was a moment where I was like, oh, I know I have the movie. It needs some things, but I knew that what we did in those 19 days was really special. And so that to get back to that feeling is the thing. But success, I don't think that that's how like
it sucks.
artists are wired.
Really?
I don't think so. I don't think that you look at it as success because
Guess we're not artists.
or y'all not successful.
Woo! Damn.
Sorry.
Wow. You've given me a lot to think about, Mac.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I don't know that you look at it like that. You're like, it's always about the next thing, and it's always about improving, leveling up the thing that you just
Mhm.
made, or following the curiosity that you have. And film takes so long, so by the time this thing is coming out, there's a new obsession.
But you don't absorb any of the external validation where we're like, yo, congrats on literally just like accomplishing this thing.
I have not so far. And
Maybe you will one day.
And it maybe, but like I
Just
think
say-
that's another, like the human in me is
Yeah.
like flooded. Like
Okay.
I used to eat a lot of candy when I was a kid. That was like a big part of my DNA. It's like I would go to 7-Eleven every day. I'd get a Slurpee and sour candy.
You got a sweet tooth, bro.
Yeah, it's insane. That's why I really have
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
I had to work on it. And diabetes. Is,
I have to
is
do
a
the
real
work.
thing. I had to
Oh,
do.
that's true.
I had to do the work.
Yeah. We need both feet for those Saint Laurent boots.
I was going to.
Yeah.
Not always am I about to make one of your jokes, but
Mhm.
like that was really.
Can't go LeVar Ball mode.
Yo, prayers up.
We
for
don't know what
LeVar.
happened. We don't know what happened.
We don't know what happened. I hope
He
that
lost his
man-
right foot. That's what happened.
Yeah, I hope that man's good, man.
He's-
We're thinking of
he's
each
good.
other.
Those
Yeah.
LaMelo checks are hitting.
Yeah,
Should do the Jello
Father of the Year.
biopic. LeVar Ball biopic. Ball family, like was the
LeVar Ball biopic.
Iron Claw style.
I would watch the shit out of that.
That's
Why don't you make it?
Iron Claw for the Ball brothers is also incredible. You're
Iron Ball.
that is incredible.
yo. Jamie Foxx is available.
Okay, so who would you?
I think LeVar Ball should be the centerpiece of the movie, right? So we got to go big on that. That's your Malkovich, right? So it's like
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Jamie Foxx, Academy Award winner.
Okay, I would go Lionel Boyce, but I would make
Oh,
him. But
that's
I'd age him.
It's like, oh, okay.
I'd age him through
Benjamin Button.
because then
style.
you could
Yeah.
do young LeVar.
Right.
Oh, sure.
You gotta do young
See, this is
LeVar.
why you're a director.
You see what I'm saying?
We're just right now. We're just
and then you
spitballing. Yeah.
age him.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
All right.
would watch that.
Who are the
Absolutely.
brothers?
Timothy Chalamet is
Yeah.
LaMelo.
Jonah
As
Hill.
LaMelo for sure.
I think you should cast
LaMelo.
the brothers to play themselves.
Mm,
Cast LaMelo at
That's
least.
that's tight.
Chalamet as LaMelo though is incredible.
Yeah.
Oscar.
Yeah,
If he doesn't get it for
Oscar.
Bob Dylan,
Oscar.
yeah, he can spend
Easy.
6 years preparing.
Yeah. Robert Downey Jr.
He's a hooper.
He's just exactly. He's just in there.
Robert Downey Jr. for obvious reasons. Tropic Thunder callback.
Yeah. No, you didn't have to.
We got him.
Yeah, we were there with you. He thought we didn't go there with him. We were with you.
We were with you, brother.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So listen again. Black Joker, LeVar Ball, the Iron Ball, as James said. We got a lot of stuff.
I'm
cooking.
glad y'all are not running my career.
No, not at all. All right, Mag. Let's send it out with a little flipping the table here. Is that the term?
Turning.
Okay, let me do that again.
Flipping the script or turning the table.
Oh, that's honestly, I'm gonna steal that. All right, Mag. Let's flip this. All right, Mag. Let's flip the script, as they say in the biz, before we get you out of here. Is there any constructive criticism you'd like to give us after potting for nearly 2 hours?
We'll take it.
I know y'all would.
You love notes.
I think criticism isn't really my thing. What I will say is I think I want to exist in a world
Mhm.
where two intelligent people like you guys
Wow.
I'm liking this so far.
abuse their intelligence
Yeah.
Yeah.
on some of the dumbest jokes
Yeah.
that I've ever that can ever be conceived.
Thank you.
Hate it or love it, you giggled.
Hey,
know?
whether we're being laughed with or at, I'm getting that laugh.
You're
We're getting that laugh.
Yeah, I think it's sick that y'all are still doing it. I think it's sick that y'all are doing it together,
Thank you.
that nobody went solo. You know? Because I know James has had offers.
Yeah, sorry to turn down the role of a lifetime. I was busy podcasting with some fucking writer, some shit. I don't know.
No, I mean, I think it's cool that I feel like we kind of all started at the same time.
And look at us now.
And it's
It's total peers.
peers. I'm not trying to, I'm saying like you and I, we know people that started with us and they're like not doing something that they love. They're not
Yeah.
doing something where they laugh at their job all day.
Yeah, and they
They're not-
suck at whatever they're doing.
Yeah, and I'm like, so whenever I just think it's sick when you find something and y'all have like a real fan base.
Thanks,
and
bro.
Of actual voice. And though I might cringe at what you think is funny, I think it's sick that y'all exist. Also, you should bring your wife around more.
She did a pod a million years ago.
She's
and
the
it
best
was-
thing about you.
Thanks, dude. I agree. That's why they call
Without
it better
her,
half.
without her, he'd be dead.
That's
so
true.
many times.
Yes, like and really uncool deaths too.
No,
Like
like
embarrassing.
like
ways.
walking into a manhole cover.
Yeah.
Like an open manhole cover.
like a Looney Tune.
Yeah.
I think a grand piano would fall on my head. and
100%.
The
Yeah.
keys
Yeah.
would be my teeth type
Yeah.
shit.
like driving on a bridge and it says take a right and he just drives off the bridge. Like
Yeah.
that type of shit.
I love
Yes.
going left. We established that.
Yeah.
Mag, what a fucking treat. He's
Incredible.
back, my babies. He did it. Where can the kids follow you? What would you like to plug? The floor is yours.
Man, I just want y'all to go see this film.
Yeah.
It's extremely fun.
Mhm.
It was a labor of love.
Yeah.
I promise will make you think, make you feel, make you laugh. The
Thrills,
song, jam.
spills.
Ayo Adebri
Automobiles.
is incredible. She's so incredible, so special.
The whole cast.
Dude, Malkovich
Yeah.
having the time of his life, dude.
One of John's best performances.
I would say if you're a fan of John
Malkovich
Malkovich, this is like his best role in a long time.
in a long time,
And that's, I think, is very much a credit to you, sir.
it's a credit to everybody.
Yes.
Did he
So,
did he
You're on the show.
acknowledge? Did he sorry, I know we're at the end here, but did he acknowledge he's like, oh shit, this is a character I can really have fun with and really fall into and go for it.
He doesn't zoom out. It's really a thing that I learned from him. I've learned a lot from him.
Mhm.
But John does not zoom out. Even if I tried to force him sometimes, like people were seeing it and they were freaking out over his performance. And I don't know. I do think that that's kind of part of the thing that I think you guys probably feel from me of like the success and like I think the way you sustain a career in something that is this intense.
Mhm.
Making a movie is very intense. It's intense when you're making it. It's intense when you're trying to get it made. It's intense when you're promoting it. There's never I don't feel like I've had a passive chill week.
Six-year
in
pregnancy.
years. Yeah, it's intense. And I think that if you allow yourself to zoom out, you can really get psyched out. And the work isn't in the zoom out. So you don't ever really need to do that.
Right. It benefits nobody.
I don't think so.
Right.
Yeah. So
That's great advice, honestly.
he's-
Don't zoom out. Don't crash out. I think that's what the kids say.
Don't crash out.
Never
don't
crash
zoom out. Never zoom out. Never crash out.
Unless you're behind the camera as
Never
Mark
pull
Anthony
out.
Green's DP.
Yeah. And then sometimes you gotta.
Never pull out.
Never pull out.
Always
kids.
pull out, actually. Always pull out.
I like never.
Always
I
pull
like
out.
never pull out. Honestly,
I just again virgins. Like there's no. It's like you guys
Damn.
so knowledgeable until we talk about that one subject, and then it gets.
Oh, is that what it looks like?
Yeah. It's like
yes.
40-year-old version with the sandbag.
bags of
Yeah,
sand.
bags of sand.
Mark Anthony Green, you are a legend.
I'm
you
proud
are a
of y'all
hero.
boys.
We're proud
Yo,
of you.
proud
bro.
of you. Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
bro.
Mag. Jeff,
Jeff.
take us out.
Take us out.
All right.